evening, everybody. Welcome to First Responder Broadcasting's presentation of Georgetown Eagle football live here at Belton High School at Tiger Field to take on the Lake Belton Broncos here in tonight's action against the Broncos in District 8 play. I'm Wally Harmon alongside Kelly Duvall, Holden Tuma down on the field. We've got Doppler Dave, and of course our two camera people that make it all possible, Jalissa and Heath, both here tonight. Shout out to my wife, Jerry Ann. She has the night off taking care of grandmother duties back home with all the grandbabies. And so a night for Georgetown to accomplish some big things, Kelly.
Yep.
A win tonight solidifies a home playoff game, a top 2 seed in District 8. A win tonight guarantees a share of a district title. A win tonight continues this team on what would be a 7-game winning streak going to the last game of the season. A lot riding for Georgetown tonight to continue to stay hot, and an opportunity to kind of put a lot of pressure on this Lake Belton team to even make the playoffs.
So glad to be back on the broadcast this week. I missed it last week, but you're absolutely right, Wally. There is so much riding on this game. This is one of the top games in the district tonight. One of the top games in Central Texas because of everything that's riding on it. And Georgetown, again, trying to lock down that at least a share of the district title and a home playoff game, which would be phenomenal to have to host again. So a lot going on tonight, and I'm excited for kickoff.
Making the immaculate deflection catch, the longest completion of the night off of a batted ball from Royal Mitchell. But things happened for this team. They got out of the two-drive stall to start the ball game, and then the things rolled for this offense. And then this defense continued to answer the call. Another first-half shutout. How big is that tonight that this defense continues that, especially against the Lake Belton team that wants to put the ball up and get across that goal line?
This is probably the defense's biggest test since that Eastview game, and in particular because Lake Belton has so many short fields. They love to take the ball away. They're very good at that. They got 23 takeaways so far this season. Special teams has also been a factor so far in Georgetown's games. Georgetown's defense is going to have to stand up tall, especially if Lake Belton gets those short fields, to keep them out of the end zone.
I did. Coach talked about the performance of his team last week, staying focused after the big win over Eastview and how well they made some adjustments to things they hadn't seen. And then he talked about what is at stake tonight. Here's that interview with Coach Griffin.
We welcome to Countdown to Kickoff head coach Chuck Griffin. Coach, thanks again for joining us.
Hey, thanks, Kelly. Thanks, Kelly. Glad to be here.
It is always a pleasure to have you, Coach. As always, this interview brought to you by Blair Hogue and the Fairway Financial Team. Coach, great win, 57-14 over Glenn last week. You've gone back now, looked at the film. What'd you see in that game?
You know, just good. Proud of our kids for playing complimentary football, good football. Glenn surprised us a little bit, defensively came out in a different front and had a good adjustment to what we do well. And it took us a couple of drives, a couple of punts to figure some things out on offense, and defense held up their end of the bargain and held them scoreless until we could get offense rolling. And then we did get offense rolling, and kept on rolling. So, that's good to see that we can do that. And instead of struggling and giving up points, getting frustrated and those kind of things, just locking in, taking care of your job and getting things worked out, having faith in what we're doing. So it was just great to see that. And, I thought we played really well offensively and defensively throughout the game. And even special teams, there's a couple of things that went wrong there in special teams, but we were also trying to get some backups on special teams in the game at that point where some of those happened. So that's part of that too, man, just excited about the way our guys are playing.
To be able to make those kind of adjustments defensively and to ultimately put 57 points on the board. We talk a lot about the skill positions, but none of that happens without Caden Shearer and AJ Gonzalez and Ryan Mishcott and Caleb Hennessy and Sam Lopez doing their jobs. Talk about the job that O-line.
Yeah, I mean, our offensive line is playing really well, and those guys are, protecting the quarterback, and they're allowing us to run football down the field, and Caleb's not getting hit in the back end and all those kind of things. And that makes us good, So, yeah, it all runs through our O-line for sure.
Then defensively, those guys in the box defensively doing a good job of cutting running lanes off and containing. Defense just played remarkable.
Yeah, our defensive front played really well. I mean, all the way around we played good, but our defensive front is really kind of coming on and playing good right now. We set a sack record the other night. Tennyson had 4 sacks on the night, set a single game record the other night, and he's approaching the single season. So we got to get a few more games in for him, to make that happen. But up front we're playing really well, and Quentin Rock had a sack, and Jesse Espinoza had a sack, and AJ had several tackles for loss. And so, man, our linebacker core and our defensive line is playing really well.
Perfect segue to I did want to talk about Tennyson and the season he's having again. Like you said, set the single game record, approaching the season record for sacks. Talk about how he has been just an anchor and a leader on this defense.
Yeah, and he's just an anchor and leader on our team. Tennyson grew up an Eagle. He grew up in this field house, his whole life. And so I still remember him coming his junior year, his first start, coming up and giving me a big hug before the game. It was about to tear up. He just, Coach, I've been waiting for this my whole life, so to see him go out as a senior and have a lot of success and just continue to play well and continue to be a leader, man, he's just such an awesome kid. So it's great to see that.
With the progress this team has made, of course, the win against Glenn locks down a playoff spot.
Yeah.
How much confidence do you have going into these next 2 games, just with the development you've seen this team be able to make?
Well, I mean, we're getting better and better. And, my challenge in them is, hey, if you want to do something exceptional during this time of the year and get past the first, second round, if you want to do that and you want to make this an exceptional season, then you've got to be willing to do something exceptional in practice. You got to be willing to do something exceptional in your preparation. You can't be in the status quo, and so we feel really confident in that, but we're challenging them at the same time about, hey, if we want to get better than we are right now and play better, then we got to be willing to do things that we're not doing. And so that's been the challenge this week is, if you don't be scared to have some nerve to go out and do things that are special. And, that takes nerve to do, to have exceptional seasons, special seasons. And so don't be afraid to do that, man. Lay it all out there, prepare every way you can, get yourself ready to go. And so these guys are doing really well and they've responded really well. We've had 2 good days of practice. So, our goal is just go out and play a great game on Friday night and get ourselves better and ready to play an even better game the next week.
We see in this team just the selfless nature of the guys on this team. You see the receivers blocking for the running backs. You see the running backs picking up pass protection so Caleb can get the ball to the receivers. Seems like from the outside a very selfless group of players that you've got. Talk about that with this team.
I mean, that's part of what we do. We've got some stars on our team, but we've got 3 running backs that are all running the ball really well. And we've got 5 receivers that are catching a lot of footballs. And it'd be, those guys would love it. I mean, here's your skill players. They would love it if they were the guy that got all of everything, I mean, that's the nature of a skill player. Like they want the ball, right? But they got to temper that with the idea that they're going to get more if everybody's getting some. And it's going to be easier to get them balls. If we're spreading the ball around to, 8 different people on the offense, then who do you stop? And that's big for the success of our offense, and defensively, that's kind of the nature of the beast. They don't care about, they're just trying to make plays, and trying to get stops. And man, we got great leadership on this team. You mentioned Tennyson and we've got other guys like Jesse Espinoza and Cole Mitchell and Cade Erickson and Jihad Avenur in the back end that are doing a great job leading and Sam and Caden and Caleb and Jet, and Xavier, and those guys are all leading and doing a really special job. And so it's great to see all those guys do those kind of things.
How much of a factor is it? It may not be a factor. This is, I guess, asking from the inside out. How much of a factor is it for these now senior leaders that were a part of the team last year for how the season ended to make sure it doesn't end like that this year?
I think there's a little bit to that. We talk a lot about, and we did early on, that kind of hindered us, I think, a little bit last year. Is everybody just had the expectations we were going to be the same as the team from last year and play at that level. And obviously we didn't early on in the season. And, this is a different team. There's a lot of things that are different about this group, but like we can learn from last year and what cost us the game there at the end of the season. And was it preparation? Was it planning? Was it, part of playing this late is guys have been doing this since, the July.
Yeah.
So part of it is they get tired,
Yep.
they get tired of the nature of the beast, and football's a lot, and all sports are, but football, there's a lot to it, and guys get tired of playing, to be honest, tired of practicing and preparation. So, I think our guys, one of the leaders spoke to me about that yesterday. He goes, Coach, I don't think we're like that. I felt last year like we got tired, and we're just, not that we were ready for it to be done, we're just tired of getting ready. And he goes, I don't feel like we're that way this year. Like, I feel like we're hungry and we're ready to go. So, there's ways for those leaders to learn from that and push that on to other players and make sure that that's kind of the mindset of the team.
Well, and it really shows with this team. I'm impressed with how they have gelled and the leadership on this team.
Yeah.
So we're taking a trip up to Belton Tiger Stadium to take on the Lake Belton Broncos. They are in the fight for the playoffs. A little bit tougher game this week. What are you looking for out of the Broncos?
Man, Lake Belton does a good job. They're coached really well. They've got some really good players. They've got a couple of receivers, one that's Big 12 guy, one that's an SEC guy, and so they've got some players. They have a little unfortunate. Their quarterback got hurt a couple of weeks ago, and that's unfortunate. That's terrible for him. And so they're searching a little bit offensively. It hurts us from a standpoint of like, who are they going to be? Because they're searching for their identity all of a sudden, and you want to make sure that you don't get surprised in a game and they're doing something you didn't expect because they're searching for a little identity. But, we've got to be able to tackle those receivers in space. That's really big because they're both very good and very explosive, and they can take a quick screen and house us. So we've got to do a great job of running the football, putting 9 hats on the ball and making sure that we tackle guys. And, defensively, they've got a really good defensive front, and they're big up front. They do a great job. They play man coverage, so they put a lot of people in the box, which makes it hard to run the football. And we struggled a little bit last week against man coverage. So we got to do a better job of getting off man coverage and be able to get open and catch the football and do some things like that. So, it's going to be a good football game. And like I said, they're really well coached. They're a good football team, and we're going to have to go play well. Go playing in Belton and that kind of stuff and traveling. And we've been at home for 3 weeks, so we haven't traveled in a while. So what does that look like, and getting ourselves ready? But I feel good about where we are in our preparation so far this week.
At least it's not a trip to the College Station area.
Yeah.
A little bit closer up the road.
Yeah.
Who were your standout players last week against
defensive line wise, AJ Stevenson had 10 tackles. Cole Mitchell, linebacker, had 10 tackles, 2 tackles for losses. Cade Erickson had 3 pass breakups. Tennyson was our defensive player of the week. He had 4 sacks, 10 tackles, 2 tackles for losses, and a caused fumble. Ryan Mishcott was our offensive lineman, our center, identifying both fronts. They actually played 2 4-man fronts and a 3-man front. So being able to identify and distinguish what was going on and get us lined up, he did a great job of that at center. Our running back was Weston Stewart, 7 rushes for 126 yards and a touchdown. Made some really good special teams plays as well. Wide receiver was Xavier with 4 catches and 48 yards. But our code blue was Jet, 13 carries, 173 yards and 4 touchdowns. And it was good to see him, have a couple long runs. I hadn't done that yet this year and coming off the injury, and it was good to see him get out there and go do that full speed. Our GTDNA player of the week was Regan Trojan, just doing a great job. Just being a tight end and blocking up front and catching a few passes here and there and having a couple of runs here and there and doing a lot of different things for us. So he's very, very much what you talked about, being a selfless player. Regan does a great job of that. Our running backs for unit of the week, 3 of them accounted for 336 yards and 6 touchdowns on the night. So they were our unit of the week. And then, Cole Mitchell had a big hit on the night on the running back. So, man, those guys did a tremendous job and just playing really good right now.
Well, Coach, as always, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us.
You got it, man. Thanks, Kelly.
Folks, that is head coach Chuck Griffin. Countdown to kickoff continues right after this.
Blair Hogue with the Hogue team of Fairway Independent Mortgages, your local lender. With over 22 years of experience, Blair and his team are here to guide you through every step of your home journey. Whether you're buying, refinancing, or pulling equity out for debt consolidation or home improvements, when you think mortgage, think Blair Hogue with the Hogue team. We are conveniently located on the square in Georgetown. Visit us today or call 512-717-9912 and let's get started on your path to home ownership.
Holden's first half stats, the third quarter, and post-game wrap-up are brought to you by Graham & Sons Land and Cattle. Graham & Sons is a cow-calf operation here in Central Texas, growing calves, cotton, corn, and wheat for commercial customers. Austin Graham and his team of crazy cowboys and cowgirls produce some of the best-tasting meat the first responder broadcasting team has ever eaten. Thank you, Graham & Sons, for your support of our broadcast of Georgetown Eagle football.
Here at Tiger Field at Belton ISD Field on the campus of Belton High School. It is a shared facility with Belton and Lake Belton. We go live to Dave on the sideline with head coach Chuck Griffin.
Coach, a much-anticipated matchup, road trip. What are your thoughts on this game tonight?
I just got to go take care of the Georgetown Eagles, take care of the football, tackle well, and we're going to be in good shape.
All right, good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach Griffin coming out. The coaches coming out. Georgetown team warming up. Let's go to the starting lineups. Let's go to the Bronco lineup first, if possible.
Yep. Give me a second. Where'd it go? There we go. Let's
And
go.
to Holden Tuma.
At left tackle, number 59, Colton Crocker. At left guard, number 73, Jacob Johnson. At center, number 63, Colton Colvin. At right guard, 62, Hunter Loris. Right tackle, number 71, Isaiah Folk. At tight end, number 16, Logan Winkler. Wide receiver, number 8 is Christian Ontweri. Wide receiver, number 1 is Davion Peters. Wide receiver, number 10 is Brock Van Rocks. Wide receiver, number 4 is Zion Harness. At tailback, number 5, Zion Dupree. And quarterback, number 14, Josiah James. Defensively for Belton, defensive end number 74, Evan Lazett. Defensive tackle 94, Caleb Chandler. Defensive tackle number 38, Joe Farrell. Defensive end number 43, Nick Bassick. One interior linebacker number 17, Gavin Owens. The other interior linebacker number 32, Gavin Carpenter. Outside linebacker number 15, Jonathan Russell. Cornerback number 8 is Christian Ontweri. Cornerback number 25 is Jason Sheeran. Safety number 23, Braxton Cope. And safety number 0 is going to be Gavin Stewart.
Starting lineups for your Georgetown Eagles on the offensive side of the ball. At right tackle, number 71, Caden Scherer. At right guard, number 77, A.J. Big Tasty Gonzalez. At the center, number 76, Ryan Mishcott. At left guard, number 55, Caleb Hennessy. And the left tackle, number 78, Sam Lopez. The tight end H-back, number 2, Regan Tarosian. At wide receiver, on one side, number 4, Copeland Madre. On the other side, number 7, the X-Man, number 7, Xavier Warren. In the slot, you'll find number 2, Regan Tarosian. And you'll also find the junior, number 16, Braylon Westfall. In the backfield, the starting tailback, of course, the big man going to West Virginia is number 28, Jet Walker. When we have the fullback in, it's number 17, Gus Papaconstantino. And the man directing the offense is the junior, number 12, Caleb McDougall. On the defensive side of the ball for the Georgetown Eagles, that's the big man right there, the dog, number 8, Tennyson Dean. At nose, number 99, that's big A.J. Stevenson. At tackle, number 49, Derek Jones. And at bandit, number 36, Jesse Espinoza. The Mike linebacker, number 34, Gavin Smith. The Will linebacker, number 14, Landon Hammett. And the Sam linebacker, number 11, Cole Mitchell. One safety, number 19, the junior, Johnny Decker. On the opposite side, safety, number 20 is Regan Bollinger. The corners, number 21, Jihad Abdenor. And number 3, Cade Erickson. The Georgetown Eagles take the field here at Belton ISD Athletic Football Stadium at Tiger Field. Getting ready for this matchup with the Lake Belton Broncos. Something we look at here, Kelly. Somewhere we'll look at it. The standings for District 8. Georgetown stands up top, 7-1 overall, 5-0 in district. But then you have Eastview and Cedar Park right behind them at 4-1. Lake Belton at 3-2. Leander and Rouse tied at 2-3. And then the Bobcats of Chaparral and the Grizzlies both 0-5. Those two teams play tonight. So one of those guys will get their first win of the season. But a big night for Rouse as they take on Eastview at Birkelback Field. A big win by Rouse there. Cloudies this playoff standings for both teams and for a lot of teams, and so it'll be fun to watch. Kelly, your keys to the game.
It's going to be Georgetown has to do Georgetown things. His offense, running the ball, I think, will establish the passing game. And then on defense, just sound, take care of your assignments, and I think Georgetown wins this game.
Holden, your thoughts? Key to the game here?
My number one key is they got to take care of the football. Coach talked about it. I talked about it a little bit earlier. Lake Belton has 24 takeaways so far this season. They've got to control the ball offensively.
Doppler Dave, your key to the game and a little bit about tonight's weather.
Right, guys, I echo the same thing. Holden is one of the smartest guys on the crew. You know, he says take care of the ball. I believe him because he's been studying those turnovers. It's 67 degrees, not a cloud in the sky, 6-mile-an-hour wind out of the southeast. It's perfect weather tonight here in Belton.
Boy, I tell you what, it is fall football weather if you were ever dreaming up the perfect night. No clouds and a beautiful 67 right now. I'm waiting for Belton or Lake Belton to come out of their locker room, get ready into their, looks like a partial inflatable over there for the Broncos. The Eagle inflatable is quite massive.
Oh, yeah.
But my key here, this defense continues to show out. Another first-half shutout, and I think we're talking about the next move is how do you go undefeated in district for a district title next week. But can this defense continue to stay hot, and can they take advantage of a young quarterback? Maddox, the starting quarterback, and a season-ending injury, he is out. That is now Josiah James's role. He has been the one pick to go and lead this team. How good of a job can he do? But yet, how good of a job can this defense do, putting pressure on the young quarterback and wreaking havoc in the backfield for this Lake Belton Bronco offense? If that can happen and you get Tennyson Dean going, you get A.J. Stevenson continuing to play like his hair is on fire, Cole Mitchell continuing to lay out people left and right, you got Gavin Smith back and forth all over. Then don't forget Easton Smith. He may not be in that starting lineup that we talk about, but he's out there a lot, and he has come into a big role on this defense as well. This defense controls where this team goes tonight.
It's been really kind of surprising this year with some of the depth that we've wound up having. Not a lot of experience at the beginning of the season, but the coaches have been able to rotate guys in, and Coach talked about it in the interview that we had with him about this team is not really tired like you anticipate a lot of teams are going to be at this point in the season. So they've got good, fresh legs under them and pretty healthy, so that's a good thing.
The Broncos from Lake Belton come out. I'm not sure what the 212 degrees stands for, but that camera work is cloudy at best out there on the field. I don't know what that guy's working on. But a beautiful night here tonight. Out with the people. We're with the fans. We want to be with the fans.
We do.
Well, we didn't have a choice, but we really enjoyed it. What a night to be out here with the fans at Lake Belton to take on this Bronco team. Georgetown, black pants, white jerseys with the blue numerals, silver helmets. Lake Belton in the I think it's really dark grays. I don't think it's black. It's the dark grays with the white numerals across the way for the Broncos tonight, the home team here in this action. Looking for us, I keep reaching out, looking for an update for the volleyball. They won first set and the second set against Ann Richards in the by-district round of the playoffs, hosted tonight at Georgetown. They won the coin flip and got the home option. But a great job here is they won 25-14 in set one, 25-9 in set two. So reaching out to one of the parents there for a third set update as the Eagles look to sweep and move on to round two, the area round of the UIL volleyball playoffs. Congrats to the Lady Eagles. And another opportunity, Kelly, see if you can go to 4 real quick before we go to the coin toss. The Ultimate Game Day is coming up. 16 Mile Angels presents the Ultimate Game Day. Join us for an unforgettable day of friendly competition, community spirit, and GHS baseball legacy as 16 Mile Angels proudly presents the Ultimate Game Day. The event will feature a cornhole tournament, delicious game day food, raffle, live auction, and a variety of fun games, all in support of Georgetown Eagle baseball. November 9th, 5 to 8 p.m. at Reunion Ranch. We'll bring it up several times. You got the QR code live there on the screen. We'll bring it up several times during the night. But get out there and support 16 Mile Angels as they turn around and support your Georgetown Eagle baseball team. And so we get ready for the national anthem. Please join us.
Under the direction of Terry Livingston and Charlotte Werman. Ladies and gentlemen.
tonight's competition. That's Sean Wilson. He's going to be in the middle. You guys are the captains. You're the leaders out here. You are the most important person on this field, more important than the officials. Why? Because you have been selected as a captain in that leadership position to take charge of your team so that we do not have to. Look, we do not like to throw flags, and I'm old. If I throw a flag, I got to bend over and pick it up, and I don't want to bend over. All right, so you guys take care of business. Let's have a good game, and let's have some fun, all right? That's what we're here for, right? Have some fun. That's heads, and that's tails. You are a visiting team. I'm going to flip it in the air. I'm going to let it hit the ground. Before I flip it, I want you to say loud enough so that Belton can hear you, Lake Belton. Do you want heads or do you want tails?
Tails.
What'd he say? All right, let's see if I can do this right. Okay, you have lost the coin toss. Your options are, you want the ball or you want to defer the second half? Belton has won the toss. Elected to defer. Okay, you guys are going to kick. Coach told me you wanted to kick to the clock. Do you remember that?
From the clock.
From the clock. Okay, turn your back that way. You guys turn your back this way. Belton.
So the Belton Tigers win the coin toss. They defer to the second half, so Georgetown should receive the first half kick. They will. And they'll have the opening possession here of the ball game.
Eagles are going to receive the opening kick tonight.
Captains for Lake Belton, number 0, Gavin Stewart. Number 1, Davion Peters. And number 8, Christian Onchweri. For the Eagles, Jihad Abdenur, Gus Papaconstantino, Jet Walker, and Cole Mitchell. So the Georgetown offense will go on show first here at Lake Belton to take on the Broncos. How important is it to not do what we did last week and stall out the first couple of drives and get things going early?
And that's why Coach Griffin loves to get the ball to put pressure on the other team, because we've been successful usually on our first drives. Last week was kind of an anomaly in not scoring on that first drive, so we'll see if they can correct that tonight.
The Broncos will tee it up. Doing the kicking duties will be number 99, Aiden Losick, the senior. He'll do the kickoffs. A different kicker. PAT field goals will be handled by Long Chung, number 87, a sophomore. So Lasick will kick it off for the Broncos. Xavier Ward in the middle, back deep. On the far side of the field seems to be number, can't see who that is, 81, Braden Bratton. And here on the near side, number 27, Weston Stewart. So Lasick, he'll kick it short. Fielded about the 25 by the Eagles, up past the 30, 35, and they hit and taken down at about the 37-yard line. It was fielded and returned by Zach Guyton. So Georgetown will take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line for their first possession of the ball game.
Belton's had some problems against the run game, so I am anticipating that this offense is going to be geared towards that run game and see if they can get Jet Walker fueled up and on his flight plan.
Especially after last week when they opened their first drive with 5 passes and had to punt that away. I think run game is going to be a big emphasis.
The Eagles come out. Jet Walker will be in the backfield beside Caleb McDougal. Gus Papaconstantino split wide right. Xavier Warren in motion to the left side. Pitch it forward. Xavier Warren on the end around. He gets a block from Jet Walker up past the 50, 45, 40 into Lake Belton territory inside the 30 before he's taken down. A big first down, Amaro first down inside the 30 of the Broncos down to the 28-yard line, and a nice pitch and catch. That's how you get your first completion holding of the ball game for Caleb McDougal.
There's nothing quarterbacks like more than those pop passes, because goes down as a completion, helps their stats a lot, but you get the ball in the hands of a playmaker. Georgetown loves to do that. Xavier Warren so fast. You see the speed there, big-time play on the first play of the game.
One receiver wide left is Westfall, 2 wide right. Madre and Warren. Walker to the right of McDougal, far side hash mark on 1st and 10. Now Westfall in motion to the right side. Swing pass out to Westfall. He's got some blockers out. 25 spins down inside the 20. He'll be marked down at the 19-yard line inside the Graham & Sons Land and Cattle red zone. Xavier Warren
Injury timeout.
stays down on the near side. He'll hobble off here for the Eagles. Not something you want to see with the X-Man early in the ball game. But it'll bring up a short 2nd and about 1 for the Eagles. Jet Walker will come out.
definitely something we're going to have to keep monitoring. If Xavier Warren can't go, Georgetown has a lot of receivers, but he's their alpha. He's the senior leader in that room.
Kind of surprised they're going to the edges, but some success out there with the speed that Georgetown has. We'll see if they start attacking the middle here inside the red zone.
Now coach is going to get it after the injury. He's asking for the reset, and they got it. Oh, Georgetown taking their time getting the signals in. Surprisingly, usually they back to the line quickly. And now here they go. Madre, the lone receiver, right. Bratton and Carroll wide left. Two running backs in the backfield. Stewart to the left. Guyton to the right of McDougal. Snap back. Fake the handoff. Looking. There's Bratton wide open on the slant. Touchdown, Georgetown. Georgetown strikes quickly for the first score of the ball game. McDougal to Bratton, and just what you want to start off your first possession of the ball game, Kelly. It's two good completions there, three good completions there for Caleb McDougal.
Yep.
But this offense getting off on the right foot.
And spreading that defense out so they can't stack the box, and I think that's why some of these play calls were called like they were, so they can't put 7 guys into the box against that run when they start hitting the middle.
2-point conversion try brought to you by Oak Ridge Disciple House. Snap back. Walker is going to put jump pass, but a flag came in before the play got going. So if you hear a lot of noise tonight, it's because both bands are on either side of us here in the stands. It's offsides on the offense.
Indication is 5-yard penalty against Georgetown for being offside.
It's kind of hard to call offsides on the offense. Maybe lined up in the neutral zone. That's
He pointed somewhere towards the line.
So Georgetown will back it up 5 yards. And now they'll line up for the Oak Ridge Disciple House extra point attempt. Galaviz sets the tee down at the 15-yard line. So it'll be a 25-yard extra point attempt. McDougal to hold. Snap is back. The hold is down. The kick is up, and it's a low line driver, and it is no good. So 10-13 remaining here in the first quarter. Georgetown strikes early, but misses the extra point at 6-0. Georgetown football continues in a moment.
Every first quarter this season is brought to you by Nathaniel Funk, your Leander, Georgetown, Edward Jones financial advisor at 1640 Highland Falls Drive, Suite 801, Leander, Texas 78641. Learn how he can help you with your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com/Nathaniel Funk for more.
Back at Tiger Field, Holden, the Georgetown scoring drive summary.
It was a quick one, 3 plays, 64 yards, all those yards through the air. Caleb McDougal 3 for 3, all 64 yards, and that touchdown score. Gonna have to monitor the status of Xavier Warren, though.
Syntex shirt embroidery kickoff, whether you need 1 shirt or 100. There are no minimum order amounts on any custom pieces. Call 512-818-1012 or stop by 1911 North Austin Avenue in Georgetown, www.syntexshirt.com. Liam Capra will kick it away for the Georgetown Eagles as it teed in the middle of the field. The approach and a high kickoff for the far side, fielded at about the 12-yard line. Coming near side now, cutting back up the middle and tackled from behind. The ball is out, and it looks like Georgetown may have jumped on it. We'll see here. And Georgetown did jump on it. It's going to be Georgetown's ball.
Wow.
So special teams comes in to play a part. The far side line judge coming in to talk to the referee. There is no replay, so if 2 saw it out and 1 didn't, oh, they're going to say it's Lake Belton's ball. Coach Griffin's going to want an explanation here. So it'll be Belton ball. Congratulations to the Georgetown Lady Eagle volleyball team. They won set 3, 25-16, and they advance with a 3-set sweep to the area round of the UIL playoffs.
How sweep it is.
How sweep it is. Happy Halloween to everybody. What a night to be out here. A beautiful night for high school football. Josiah James, the quarterback, number 14 in the backfield, takes a snap, hands it off right up the middle, dancing to the left side, makes a man miss, up to the 35, and carrying defenders up past the 40 is number 5, Zylan Dupree. That's a Bronco first down, up to the 44-yard line. A nice carry there for Dupree.
A lot of guys going high on the Eagle defense that first play. Let Dupree get yards after contact.
Dupree in the backfield. 2 receivers right, 2 left. James in the backfield with Dupree to his left side on the near side hash mark. 9:35 remaining as the clock runs here. And an end around handoff to number 4, coming near side, being strung out and knocked out of bounds. Just past the 45 to the 47, make it the 48-yard line. Number 4 on the carry was Zion Harness. That'll be about 4 yards on the gain. It'll bring up 2nd and 6 now for the Broncos.
They're testing the edges as well. The first run right up the middle, but getting outside like that, Georgetown was able to contain it a little bit before too much, but pretty decent run on first down for the for the Broncos.
3 receivers left, 1 right. Snap back to James. Looking left, swing it out. Its block was going before the pass even got thrown. How that wasn't a flag, but knocked out of bounds is number 8 on the catch. Onchweri on the catch, but that was kind of, I'm not sure I understand the rule right, and we want to get a clarification, but the ball wasn't even thrown, and then when it was in the air, he's already blocking one of the defensive backs within that zone. But a great job by Jihad Abdenur to break off.
As long as the pass is behind the line of scrimmage, he can engage that blocker, but he was holding him by the shoulder pad.
A 3rd and about 4 for the Broncos. Snap back, James will hand it off to Dupree, right up the middle, dances to the left, hit, he's gonna be dropped. A gain of 1 to the 49 of Georgetown, but that's gonna bring up a big 4th down now for the Broncos. And it looks like the punt team's gonna come out for Coach Cope.
I think this should be a go for Lake Belton. I don't agree with this punt call. You got 4th and 3. You know you're fighting for your playoff life here. Georgetown just scored on their first drive. I'd go for this if I'm Lake Belton.
This is why Holden's in the booth and not on the sideline.
So you're saying there might be a fake?
So either a punt, a field goal, or a fake here on Halloween night. The punt will be coming from the foot of number 32. Snap is back, and he will get the punt off. Almost blocked. Oh, wow. If they called that running into the kicker. Lake Belton is getting all the calls early. If that's a running into the kicker, one, A.J. Stevenson was pushed into him.
And secondly, though, that's going to give Lake Belton a first down.
Oh, yeah.
Good thing we got the refs
I think
in the
they
crowd.
may be calling a foul on Lake Belton. They're going to make them punt it again. So, okay.
All right. Yeah, all that anger for nothing.
Well, it came out right as A.J. Stevenson was pushed and went around kind of. Okay, it was a hold on the other side of that one. So the Eagles are going to back them up and make them punt again. So a lot of fear in that where that came out.
There's some counseling needed up here.
I tell you what. Number 32 doing the punting. He's not listed as one of the 2 punters. So I'm trying to find him in the roster. It's Gavin Carpenter, the linebacker, doing the punting duty. Not one of the 2 punters listed. Snap is back. This time no pressure. Low punt. Cade Erickson back at his own 24. Takes it, goes left, back up the middle. 30. And cuts towards the center of the field. And taken down just before the 35-yard line. Georgetown will have it 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line. So Eagles, a smart take now of the hold penalty. You always question, do you just take the ball?
Right.
But you got about 20 yards on that penalty now because of the return by Erickson. And so Georgetown offense with 8:16 remaining leads it 6-0 with their second possession coming up.
Very important drive for this Bronco defense. They have to answer score for Georgetown, or it's going to be a long night. They desperately need a stop here.
Hey boys, good sign. Xavier Warren back in the ball game. Xavier Warren split wide left. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Walker to the right of McDougal. Near side hash mark, 1st and 10. Hand it to Walker. Right up the middle, dances to the right, runs over 2 defenders. Now stacked up and stopped after about an 8-yard gain. That'll bring up 2nd and 2 for the Eagles.
And
2nd and 3.
You see, after he gets to that second level, he puts that shoulder down if there's traffic out there. If he can't run around you, he'll run over you. And you saw it took several tacklers to try to get him to the ground.
Georgetown now on 2nd and 3. As McDougal in the backfield, empty backfield. 3 receivers left, 1 right, tight end to the right side of the line. Now bring Walker back to the backfield. To the left of McDougal. Snap of the hand. Kick it out, left flat. Westfall gets a block from Adre. Outside the numbers, midfield, cuts back inside the 45 before being taken down at the 44-yard line in Bronco territory. They're going to call him out of bounds over at the 49 of the Broncos. So that'll be a borrow from Morrow first down into Bronco territory.
It's a great job there by McDougal reading the defense and getting into the system that he wanted on that RPO. He finds Braylon Westfall wide open because the outside linebacker comes on the blitz and a first down play.
I like the play calls because this is the type of play calls that keeps the defense on their heels, and they just can't find a groove.
First and 10 from the 49 of the Broncos. 3 receivers stacked right, none left. Walker to the right of McDougal. Quick pass out to Westfall. He's got 2 blockers inside the 45. Breaks a tackle before being taken down by Gavin Carpenter. It'll be a gain of about 5 yards. Bring up second and 5 as the clock runs. Under 7 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
There's nothing scarier as a receiver when you got those screens and you can't get out of that first initial contact clean because you know those linebackers are flying full speed to just nail you. That time he got a little lucky, he didn't take the full shot from Gavin Carpenter, but still a pretty big hit there.
I know it scares me.
Second and 5 from the Bronco 44. 2 receivers left, 2 running backs in the backfield. Guyton to the left of McDougal, Walker to the right side. On the near side hash mark, snap back, fake the handoff, swing pass. Xavier Warren at the 40, makes a man miss, 35-30, cuts back near side, he's off to the races, and it's going to be a touchdown, Georgetown! Xavier Warren, I think he's okay, gentlemen.
I think so.
What a job to cut it from the far side numbers all the way across, and you weren't catching him.
How do you not have a defender within 14 yards of Xavier Warren every snap of the ball, but the inside defender went with the inside receiver, the receiver that's in the X position. He runs that out route, and Xavier's just standing there all by himself, and the rest of it's just a race to the end zone.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House extra point attempt lined up in a 2-point attempt formation here. Walker in the backfield, direct snap. Walker straight forward, runs through the pile into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good. 6:28 remaining here in the first quarter. Georgetown leads it 14-0. Eagle football continues in a moment. Stay with us.
Instant replays are brought to you by J. Byron Custom Homes. J. Byron Custom Homes is an established home builder that is expanding into more areas of Central Texas, including Georgetown, Cedar Park, Leander, Marble Falls, and more. Whether it's a new custom home or a remodel of an existing home, J. Byron can meet and exceed your expectations. With over 50 years of building experience, J. Byron Homes will work hard to see that you have the house you want to call home. J. Byron Custom Homes, exceptional craftsmanship with a personal touch. For more information, visit our website at jbyronhomes.com.
Back live here at Tiger Field. Georgetown leads at 14-0, holding the Georgetown scoring drive summary.
Last drive, 4 plays, 67 yards, a minute 32 seconds off the clock. Caleb McDougal right now 6 of 6, 124 yards, 2 touchdowns. They've been coming out with an emphasis on the pass, no incompletions in this first quarter.
Liam Capper will tee it up. He'll kick it away. High kick down the middle towards the far hash mark. Caught coming near side now, stutter stepping, spinning, trying to get away from a tackler, and does right up the middle of the field before being hit and dropped it. Just past the 30 to the 31-yard line.
30 to the 32-yard line, 17-yard return. First down, Broncos.
A return by number 0 for the Broncos, Gavin Stewart, the defensive back. They're going to mark him down at the 32-yard line, and that's where the Broncos take over. First and 10 at their own 32, trailing 14-0 with 6:19 remaining here in this first quarter.
So far, so good for this Georgetown offense and the defense. We've only seen the defense on one series, but this is exactly how Georgetown wants to start this game, and so much pressure now, down 2 scores on Lake Belton.
Empty backfield for James. No, different quarterback in there. Snap back, fakes it, and keeps it right up the middle. Dancing to the right side, then Cole Mitchell hits him about the 35. He'll carry forward to about the 38-yard line. The run there is by number 1?
Yes.
Oh, by the defensive back. He's a defensive back, or a wide receiver running back, Davion Peters, on the carry, on the direct snap to the wide receiver running back, and now Josiah James back in the backfield. So a different look there for the Broncos. James back in the backfield. 3 receivers left, 1 right. No, it is not James in the backfield. It's number 11 at the quarterback slot, Reese Rosenbaum, the junior. But a penalty comes in. A delay of game. So now, Kelly, one thing that I'm having a hard time keeping up with them. Now 3 different lineups that they're going to have 3 different men in the backfield running the offense. Now Josiah James back in. Rosenbaum had come in for that play, the delay of game. Now they change the play on 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that would be pretty remarkable if I paid attention to a lot of the names.
2 receivers left, 2 right. Josiah James pass out in the flat, catch made up to the 40, and then knocked out of bounds at the 42-yard line. That'll be just enough for a Bronco first down as they'll move it all the way up to the 43. So that'll be 1st and 10 for the Broncos.
To your point, Wally, every single game this season, Lake Belton has played multiple quarterbacks, even when Maverick Maddox was healthy. And so they will switch up. They will give a lot of looks. The downside of that, though, is you don't really let one guy get into the flow of the game.
Reese Rosenbaum back in now at quarterback with Dupree to his left. 2 receivers left, 1 right for the Broncos. Far side hash mark on 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line. Snap back to Rosenbaum. Fakes the hand up. Nope, gives it to Dupree. Right side being strung out, and he'll be pushed out of bounds. Maybe a gain of a yard. We'll see where they go forward to spot him. He's got him back at the 42-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 1. I don't know why the down marker guy keeps moving up. No one's near him. The line judge moved back. There we go. So 2nd and 11 now for the Broncos. The down marker guy was confusing me. He went forward 4 yards, and the guy went out of bounds for a loss. Back to the 42-yard line. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Rosenbaum stays in with Dupree in the running back slot to his left on the far side hash mark. 5 seconds on the down clock. Send a man in motion. Snap off just at the slot. Hand it to Dupree right up the middle. He's going to be hit at the 45, 46-yard line and pushed back. That'll be a gain of about 6 yards. They're going to mark him down just before the 47. 4:20 left here as the clock continues to run in the first quarter.
These are the moments Lake Belton has to win if they want to win this ball game. These 3rd and mediums, they have to convert these.
3rd down at about 6 to go, maybe 6.5. James in the backfield, now a man in motion. Snap back to James, he's looking to pass, looks right. He's going to scramble, being pressured, gets out of it past the 50 to the 45, and enough for another Lake Belton first down. The pressure got up the field, but no containment. The middle of the field wide open there.
And that's the first down in the first half in the past 2 games that Georgetown's defense has allowed.
That is unacceptable, allowing a first down. What in the world?
1st and 10 into Georgetown territory at the 45-yard line. 2 receivers right, 2 left. James in the backfield, middle of the field. Snap back, fake the handoff. James drops back to pass, pressured up the middle. Here comes the pressure, and now he'll be sacked, and there comes a flag in from the defensive backfield. The umpire threw the flag right at the end by the tackle. It'll be a loss of about 1. They're going to call it on Georgetown. So the face mask, instead of it being 2nd and 11, it's going to be 1st and 10. At the Georgetown 30-yard line, the clock starts again, 3:15 remaining here in the first quarter. 2 receivers left, 2 right. James in the backfield, near side hash mark. Now Dupree empties out to the right. James pressured up the middle. Swing pass out in the right flat. Catch made, breaks a tackle, but not very far. Gets back to 1-yard gain up to the 29. Good coverage there on the outside. That'll bring up 2nd and 9.
I like the pursuit and that face mask that you got earlier. You don't like that penalty. It's an aggressive play, though, and those guys trying to bring that quarterback down, big, strong quarterback. Those kind of things happen. But the pre-snap penalties have hurt Lake Belton tonight so far.
3 receivers left, 1 right. for the Broncos on 2nd and 9 from the Georgetown 29. 2.5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter as the clock continues to run. James will send a man in motion. Dupree to his right, snap back, looking to pass. James, pressured, throws it out in the flat, and hit immediately and taken down. That was Reagan Bollinger, I believe, or Easton Smith. Easton Smith flying to that tackle up to about the 29-yard line. So no gain on that one. So that'll bring up 3rd and 9 now for the Broncos. Big stop here by the Eagle defense to try to force the Broncos into a decision. Do you try to kick a field goal, or do you have to go for it on a long 4th down?
From here, it would be a 46-yarder, so I think they would have to gain 7 or 8 yards for a field goal attempt, but this may be 4-down territory.
Snap back, James looking left, throws left, hangs one up. Coverage is not there, and the catch is not made, bobbling it out of bounds. Johnny Decker hits Onchweri on the way out of bounds, so 4th and 9. He had a step on Decker, but he couldn't handle the catch.
If he could have caught that solid at the time, the throw was there. It's a really, really good throw, but just couldn't pull it in, bobbles it, and here comes Jet Walker and Xavier Warren.
At a moment like this, 4th and 9, you know that Lake Belton has to throw this football, so you get your athletes, your pass rushers out there. Jet Walker has a sack this season.
This is where you want your crowd to get going. And here comes some noise from the visitor stands. 4th and 9 from the Georgetown 29. 2 receivers left, now 2 right. Snap back to James. Looking right, looking left. Pressure, throws out, left flat, catch made, Onchweri up past the 20, and he'll be taken down. The ball came out, and he's going to be short. Because he fumbled the ball comes out back at the 20, and that's going to come up short of a 1st down. That'll be a turnover on downs. Georgetown defense holds.
And it was Tennyson Dean on the tackle. He brought him down straight, so he couldn't extend to get that 1st down. I think he's a yard short.
They gave him the 1st.
They gave it to him.
Wow.
I thought the 1st down was the 19. Oh, at the 20. They're going to spot it right at the 20 and say he got to the line to gain. So a 1st and 10 for the Broncos right at the red zone line. And now Leininger back in there defensively for the Eagles. Now Rosenbaum in the backfield. Dupree to his right side. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Hand it to Dupree. Right up the middle. Stutter steps. Now bounces outside. Cole Mitchell loses the grip. Dupree on the outside. There's a hold on the outside. No call. And Dupree inside the 10-yard down to the 5. As right in front of the line judge on the Broncos side of the field. The hold taking place and no call. And it's 1st and goal for the Broncos.
That was a pretty egregious hold out there, too, and the referee was looking at it out there on the edge, so we'll see how that goes for the rest of the night. But Lake Belton able to get a sustained drive here, which they desperately needed.
1st and goal from the 5. Rosenbaum in the backfield, Dupree to his left. Rosenbaum hands it off, Dupree to the left, right up the middle. Touchdown, Lake Belton. Georgetown's run defense not too successful right now. Dupree running kind of at will early through this 1st quarter with 45 seconds remain, and he goes into the end zone untouched. Lake Belton an extra point away from making it a 7-point ball game.
That's a good-looking drive, but it was aided by some penalties, some critical penalties, and some pretty generous spots.
Number 99, Aiden Lassick, to kick the extra point. The extra point attempt is up, and the extra point is good. 45 seconds remaining here in the 1st quarter, and Georgetown leads it 14-7 over Lake Belton. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
For all the fly fishing, hunting, and outdoor enthusiasts, River and Ranch Provisions is your one-stop shop for the gear you need. River and Ranch offers a large selection of outdoors and hunting supplies. Cody, Brad, Sam, and Tim have put together a high-end outdoors outfitter with high-quality services to make everyone feel welcome and important, regardless of your experience level. Come see what we have to offer at 807 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown or visit our website at rrpgtx.com.
Hold it. Here at Tiger Field, it's a Lake Belton Bronco scoring drive, Summer.
And the first time this has happened in the past 3 games, 11 plays, 68 yards, touchdown, took 5:43 off the clock. Lake Belton desperately needed that score, and a big drive for them, multiple good conversions.
Elastic to kick it off. Chopped kick, fielded by Guyton at the 25, 30, 35, cuts back up to almost the 40-yard line as he spins out of a tackle. And then gang tackled right about the 39-yard line. Now, see, I don't understand that spot, Kelly. We're talking about spots. He ended up marking Guyton back to the 37 when Guyton got to the 39 and then was driven back. You spot him at the where he got the most progress before it was stopped.
We need those 3 referees that were up here in the stands, those little kids.
Oh, man. 1st and 10, Georgetown has it just on the Georgetown side of the 38-yard line. 1st and 10. And here comes the offense. Westfall and Warren split wide right. Madre to the left end of the line. Walker in the backfield to the left of McDougal. Far side hash mark. Walker back right, now left, gets a handoff. Gets out of trouble in the backfield and will fall forward for 2 yards up to the 40-yard line. Be a gain of 2 and bring up 2nd and 8.
Those are the type of plays Lake Belton needs defensively, stopping the run for minimal gain. You cannot allow Georgetown to get into these 2nd and 2 situations because their offense is just too dynamic to rely on that defense to stop them there.
15 seconds remaining, I was about to say.
They're going to let this go.
Georgetown's going to let the clock run out. We'll switch into the field and come back for the 2nd quarter. At the end of 1 here at Lake Belton at Belton High School at Tiger Field, at Belton ISD Stadium. It's 14-7, Georgetown over Lake Belton. Eagle football will continue in a moment.
At Mesquite Creek Outfitters, we bring community together in a casual environment to share the love of gear and apparel, great drinks, and friendship. Located at 704 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, Mesquite Creek Outfitters is the place to enjoy our drinks and light food menu, shop our unique men's and women's apparel, and visit with friends and family. Visit the website at mesquitecreekoutfitters.com or stop by and say hello. MCO is proud to sponsor First Responders Broadcasting presentation of Georgetown Eagles football.
Put in pockets to fail profits, can't watch it. Tell Carver, pencil pusher, stay talking. Can you tell me the first person to weigh options?
Back out of the quarter flip-flop, we go to the opposite side of the field. Georgetown 2nd and 8 from the 40. 2 receivers stack left, 2 right. Snap back, McDougal, quick pass out in the right flat by Braden Bratton. Up past the 45 to the 47-yard line. That'll be a yard shy of a first down to bring up 3rd and 1 for Georgetown now.
Big 3rd down for both these teams right now. Dave was talking about it a little bit earlier on the break. Georgetown has to sustain a drive here so they can get that momentum away from the Broncos.
Georgetown going Wildcat here on 3rd and 1. McDougal comes out of the ball game.
Oh, Walker will be in the backfield. You got Zach Guyton on the field. Zach Guyton in the backfield. Xavier Warren to the right of Walker. Zach Guyton to the left side. Far side hash mark. 2 receivers left, none right. Snap back. Walker fakes the handoff. Takes it right up the middle. Up past the 50 to the 48-yard line. 49-yard line to the Broncos. As Jet Walker ran over a couple of defenders. Number 17, Gavin Owens taking the brunt of that hit. It's a borrow for Morrow, first down.
You saw it when Jet got that, he faked that handoff, but he waited and he was watching his blockers to see who was going to move their guy off the ball, and the offensive line did a good job of opening a nice hole to get that first down.
Because if they don't go with Xavier Warren, you hand it to him, the race is on.
Oh, yeah.
1st and 10 in Bronco territory at the 49. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Now Westfall in motion. Snap back, McDougal looking to pass. Blitz is on. McDougal, plenty of time, throws it out left flat. Madre makes a catch, 40, 35, 30, 25 before he's driven out of bounds. Nice catch there by Copeland Madre. All the way down to the 22-yard line of Lake Belton. A beautiful job by McDougal to hold in the pocket. A great block by Walker to pick up the blitz. And McDougal puts the pass on the mark.
I think it was, go ahead.
I was going to say no panic from him. I mean, you have that internal clock sometimes, but he was cool, calm, and collected. He knows that offensive line's got him in that pass pro. Beautiful throw.
I think he was looking for a deeper route than that one actually was, but it was covered up, and he did a good job of finding the open receiver.
He led Madre.
He had Westfall wide open, too.
One receiver left, one right. Snap back, hand it to Walker. Makes a man miss right up the middle. Hits a man, runs over him, and he's down to about the 16-yard line, and there's a late whistle. That's on Gavin Carpenter. No. Yeah, Gavin Carpenter, the linebacker. So inside the Graham & Sons Land and Cattle red zone. But a personal foul on Gavin Carpenter. He'll come out of the ball game holding his hands up. I don't know, Coach. But that's a big one. That gave Georgetown now a 1st and goal at the Bronco 8.
Broncos half the distance to the goal. Georgetown will have it.
So a borrow from Morrow, 1st down inside the Graham & Sons Land and Cattle red zone. 10:25 remaining here in the first half. The referees up in the stands agree. They have the flag ready. And now a big play here for Georgetown. What a job to answer the touchdown drive of the Broncos. Like you said, Dave, they had to respond with one of their own, and what an offensive drive here. 1st and goal at the 8. Two receivers right, Walker to the right of McDougal. Now Warren in motion. Snap back, fake the handoff. McDougal rolls right and just overthrows Regan Terosian, who would have walked into the end zone. And McDougal upset with himself. He missed on that one. That'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 8.
Yeah, and Caleb just got some happy feet. He didn't have his feet good and set under him, and I think that's why that ball floated a little bit. Got to plant those feet.
All the heavy hitters were heading towards the left, and it was wide open to the right.
Yeah, so first incompletion?
It was, yeah. Sometimes you just have a play that's so open, like a layup, and you just overthink it. Sails it just a hair, and yeah, that first incompletion, and now he's 8 of 9 for 158 yards and 2 touchdowns.
10:03 remaining first half. Two receivers wide right. No receivers left. Now Warren in motion left. Snap back. Hand it to Walker right side. He gets a stiff arm. Gets outside the 5. Stiff arm into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgetown. It's going to take more than an arm tackle to get down Jet Walker.
You know those corners when they see Big Jet coming out there are just like, oh, man. Please trip.
Oh, the Oak Ridge Disciple House extra point attempt. Galaviz will line up. McDougal to hold. Snap is back. The kick is up. And this one looks a lot better. It is good. 9:55 remaining here in the first half. Georgetown leads it 21-7. Eagle football continues in a moment.
At Mesquite Creek Outfitters, we bring community together in a casual environment to share the love of gear and apparel, great drinks, and friendship. Located at 704 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, Mesquite Creek Outfitters is the place to enjoy our drinks and light food menu, shop our unique men's and women's apparel, and visit with friends and family. Visit the website at mesquitecreekoutfitters.com or stop by and say hello. MCO is proud to sponsor First Responders Broadcasting presentation of Georgetown Eagles football.
Back live, Tiger Field. Georgetown scores again, leads at 21-7. Holden, the Georgetown scoring drive summary.
Last drive, 7 plays, 62 yards, took 2 minutes, 50 seconds off the clock. Georgetown 3 for 3, scoring touchdowns on their first 3 drives of the ball game. McDougal's 9 of 8, 158 yards, 2 touchdowns. They've really liked what they've seen defensively from Lake Belton to allow him to rip it and throw the ball down the field as well.
Glad to see our buddy Frank Miranda checking in on time. He's been late a couple of games, and that's just unacceptable. So good to see you, Frankie.
Hey, this coming from a guy that wasn't here last week. Kickoff, Liam Capra, high, fielded at the 18-yard line. Headed to the far side, cuts up the middle, and a nice tackle there. Is that number 6?
Fielding Garner, number 5.
Number 5, Fielding Garner on the tackle.
And a late flag, guys.
That better not have come in on Georgetown. But the chippiness, so guys, I went to breakfast this morning with some of the dads and had an opportunity to talk to them. Chippiness last night in the freshman and JV ball games, and it's continuing on here tonight.
There is a lot of tension, I think, on Lake Belton sideline because they know if they drop this game, they don't have really much control of their playoff situation anymore. Now it's looking a lot muddier, and so I think emotions might be running high with that in their minds.
I believe it's going to be on Belton.
As they back their huddle up towards their own end zone. So Gavin. So Gavin Smith did a great job of not responding and getting a penalty of his own.
Right. The coaches are patting themselves on their chest. Like, focus on us. It's us. It's us. Just us, guys.
Yeah.
That's already the 4th penalty on Lake Belton, 36 yards of them so far.
Well, a penalty drops them back inside their own 15. 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line. 9:48 remaining. James in the backfield. Handed to the running back, number 22 to the left. Gets outside the numbers. Now breaks a tackle, then spun out of bounds up to about the 21-yard line. See where they mark him out, right at the 21. That'll be a gain of 8, bring up 2nd and 10. The run there by number 22, Arrington Alexander, the senior.
Boy, he was able to get, once he turned that corner, we saw some of his speed there. He's not as big as the other back is, but he is fast, and once he got out there, he made something happen.
Arrington's been a big piece of this offense, too. He has 71 carries, 441 yards, and 7 scores on the season so far, so look to see him a lot more.
James in the backfield, Arrington to his right. He'll hand it to Arrington right up the middle. Makes a man miss and then tackled up to the 25-yard line. That'll be enough for a Lake Belton first down. They'll mark him up to the 26-yard line. 1st and 10. Clock starts. 9:35 remaining here in the first half.
That last drive had to give Lake Belton some confidence in what they were trying to do initially. They got their legs under them and were able to drive down and put some points on the board. Now they can see if they can sustain it.
You talked about it a little bit earlier in that last touchdown drive, Wally, but they're running the ball pretty effectively right now. Their offensive line is moving this defensive line.
Number 18, Luke Cabanis, comes wide right. Now into round. Hand it, Davion Peters, strung out. He'll be hit at about the 26 and then stacked up and driven back. Tennyson Dean missed the tackle but drove him right back into the pack of defenders. So a good play there, only a gain of 1. That'll bring up 2nd and 9.
You feel like what Holden talked about with the turnovers at the beginning of the game, there's such an opportunity there before the whistle to strip that ball.
And you know they're going after it tonight. The chippiness going on. Trying to get in the heads of these Broncos. 2 receivers go wide left, 1 wide right. Alexander in the backfield to the right of James. Near side hash mark on 2nd and 9 from their own 27. Clap of the hands, offsides. Free play here, and they're going to hang it up left side. Erickson drifting back. And the pass is overthrown out of bounds. But it'll be offsides on Georgetown. Provo jumped offside on the clap.
Slapped his helmet.
Yeah. He knew it immediately. Tell you what, that's one player that plays with an intensity to always be in the right spot, the right time, doing the right things. And so, you know, it's a hustle mistake there on Provo.
Yeah. Poor kid, 6'6". He was just leaning over the line.
So, 2nd and at the 32-yard line. So about 4 to go here. A long 4, 2nd and 5 maybe. James gets a snap back. He'll hand it to Alexander. Cuts back to the left. Finds a hole up past the 35 to the 40, where he's tackled there by Gavin Smith. That's another Lake Belton Bronco first down up to the 40-yard line. 8:15 remaining, but that running game right now, Georgetown allowing some holes there.
And Lake Belton's running backs are really getting to the second level before first contact, and that is just a recipe for good success, especially if they're able to make people miss on that initial surge. Lake Belton's offensive line right now winning the battle up front.
It'll be interesting to see if the defense starts bringing some pressure in there, even on run blitzes.
2 receivers left, 2 right. Snap back. James hands it to Alexander. Right up the middle. Cuts back to the left. Cut back in, and now he's taken down after a gain of 3 up to the 43. A.J. Stevenson on the tackle. A 3-yard gain on first down. 7:35 remaining as the clock runs here in the second quarter.
A.J. Stevenson with first contact. Second down.
You do have to keep in mind Broncos will get the ball to start the second half. So if they're able to get out of this first half just down 1 touchdown, they have the chance to come out in the second half and tie the game. It is still a little early, still over 7 minutes left in the second quarter, but that's always something going through the mind of these coaches.
James in the backfield, 3 receivers right, 1 left. Alexander in the backfield to the left of James, middle of the field on 2nd and 7 from the 43. Snap back, James looks to pass, left flat, catch made, hit immediately, breaks the tackle, past middle field. Midfield stripe, Jahad Abdenur tried to lay the big stick but didn't wrap him up. And that cost the Eagles about 7 or 8 more yards, and that's a first down up to the 45 of Georgetown. And the Bronco drive continues.
Missed tackles have been a theme so far, Georgetown defensively, and Lake Belton's making them pay for it. That's credit to Lake Belton. They have got an athletic team, but Georgetown's got to be able to wrap those up. You see those, like you mentioned, Gerard Abner trying to go for the big hit there. If you just go low, wrap up, that's no yards after the catch.
1st and 10 from the Georgetown 45. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Empty backfield. Davion Peters, number 1 in the backfield. In the Wildcat, fakes the handoff, takes it, follows it to the left side. Outside the 45, up past the 40 before being knocked out of bounds. They'll mark him out at the 39-yard line, a gain of 6. Bring up 2nd and 4 for the Broncos.
And you see they are really doing some good things on the edges because Georgetown generally only rushing 4. Every once in a while they'll send a 5th in, but with that lack of containment on those edges, they are able to bounce those out. They forced him out of the pocket, and he was able to turn it into something.
James back in the backfield at the quarterback spot. 6:23 remaining here in the first half. Georgetown with a 21-7 lead. The Broncos driving. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Arrington Alexander in the backfield to the right of Josiah James. Snap back. James looking to pass. And a late whistle.
Seems like it would be delay of game.
No flag came out, but it is a delay of game. So instead of 2nd and 4, it's going to be 2nd and 9 now for the Broncos. Or illegal motion? Thought he gave delay of game, did he?
He signaled either false start or illegal motion.
Okay.
Obviously, with no ref mic, it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, had to be a false start since it was a dead ball.
But it was weird. Everyone looked at the back umpire here thinking he was calling the delay of game as the clock was at zeros. But now 2nd and 9 from the 44 of Georgetown. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Alexander in the backfield. He'll be to the left side of James, far side hash mark. Big 2nd down here for the Broncos. Snap back, it's low. James picks it up, pressure coming. He steps up, throws across the middle, wide open. Davion Peters, touchdown, Lake Belton. And there's one of those receivers Coach Griffin talked about. And Josiah James, a beautiful pass there. Hits Davion Peters in stride. The Broncos put a score on the board with 5:50 remaining here in the first half.
Plenty of time for Georgetown to try to answer that touchdown and move it back to a 2-score game, but good job by Lake Belton moving that ball down and putting points on the board. So we got a shootout.
One last player coming on for the extra point attempt. Rosenbaum will hold. Lassick will attempt the extra point attempt. Left-footed kicker ready to go. Snap back at 1 second remaining. The kick is up. It's blocked. The Eagles get it on the run. The Eagles are off. They can return it for 2. Cole Mitchell, he's in a race. He pitches it back. It's loose. The Eagles picked up. Reagan Bollinger, he's going to be hit. He's going to keep running. He'll drop it. The ball's loose again, and it'll be recovered back at the 25-yard line. So the extra point is no good. Cole Mitchell, that was beautiful. Tossed it up about another foot on that ball, and the big man's off and running with it. A great effort there, but the extra point is blocked. It's an 8-point lead for Georgetown with 5:50 remaining. Quick timeout.
Go ahead.
Eagle football continues in a moment.
Struggling with addiction or know someone who is? There's light at the end of the tunnel, and it shines bright at the Oak Ridge Disciple House. As a 501c3 Christian ministry, they are dedicated to helping men aged 18 and older rebuild their lives free from the chains of drug and alcohol addiction. Be reminded, there's always hope, always a new beginning. Discover your fresh start with the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Proud supporters of Georgetown Eagle football, because just like the Eagles, the fight at Oak Ridge never dies. Find out more at oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Back here at Tiger Field, holding the Lake Belton scoring drive summary.
Last drive, 8 plays, 74 yards, took 4 or 5 off the clock. Lake Belton's run game been really effective, but that last play was the offensive line. What a job protecting to get the touchdown pass.
Lassik's kick fielded at the 31-yard line on a fair catch by Malachi Miller. So Georgetown will take over, 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line. 5:50 remaining here in the first half, leading by 8, 21-13. But what a hustle there. The block by Adrian Provo. And then he was the second man trying to pick up that ball from Cole Mitchell that got tossed. Got all the way down the field. And what a hustle by the 6'6" extra. I tell you what, that's a special team specialist right there.
Guys,
you saw him running out of gas a little bit, too. I think that's why he pitched that ball.
If this turns into a track meet, I mean, how important is it that we took the first kick and received the ball first? I mean, it got us up just a little bit if we keep trading punches.
3 receivers left, 1 right. Empty backfield for McDougal. Far side hash mark on 1st and 10 from the 31. Now Walker back in the backfield to the left of McDougal. Snap back, hand it to Walker. Right side, hit in the backfield, breaks a tackle, stiff arms 3. Gets up past the 31. Up to the 32, a gain of 1 to bring up 2nd and 9.
Interesting decision there play call wise, because Lake Belton was clearly showing heavy pressure and they had press coverage on Xavier Warren that far side. If I'm the play call, if I'm McDougal, I'm seeing that snapping and I'm just throwing him a go ball and I'm thinking he's going to blow by this corner.
Now 2nd and 9 for the Eagles. The clock runs under 5:15 remaining in the half.
Did he go out of bounds?
Nope.
Okay.
I could have swore he did.
They kept the clock running. Walker now empties out. 4 receivers left. McDougal, snap back, looks left. Pass to Madre, gets a block. Up past the 35, 40, and rolls over the top of the defenders. Enough for a first down. Could have easily been another personal foul on the Broncos as action after the play. But no flag. The line judge watched them. But it's a borrow for Morrow first down up to the 43-yard line. Nice play there by Copeland Madre.
He really had to go up and extend, just catch that screen pass. But once he did, what a job by this offensive line and the other receivers giving him a gap to run through.
2 receivers, wide right, 1 wide left. Terosian to the left end of the line. Walker in the backfield to the right of McDougal, near side hash mark. Snap is back, fake the handoff, rolling right, looking right, throws on the run, out to the flat. And there comes the flag. That'll be on number 23. Braxton Cope, the senior, that all over Westfall.
There was contact the whole route, especially when Westfall tried to break it to that outside. Good job on that penalty. It's the right call.
Last minute push off that the judge saw.
Side judge didn't call it. The back judge is like, well, I'll call it.
And Coach Cope is saying it wasn't catchable. That didn't matter, the shove, and it was the whole time across. You can even go with defensive holding if you want. But Westfall drew the call.
Wasn't catchable because of the interference.
Exactly right. Westfall had a step on him, but he kept getting grabbed the whole time. 1st and 10 into Bronco territory. A borrow for Morrow first down at the 41-yard line. Guyton in the backfield to the left of McDougal. Far side hash mark. 2 receivers left, 2 right. On 1st and 10. 4:34 remaining in the half. Clap of the hands by McDougal. Snap is back. Quick pass out, right flat. Catch made by Westfall. Makes a man, by Westfall, I believe. Or is that Braden Bratton?
Westfall.
By Westfall. And it's another borrow for Morrow first down. He has that quick first step, Kelly.
He does.
That he makes a man miss quick and opens up another 5-10 yards.
He's so good after he gets that ball in his hands of making a move and getting those extra yards in there, and we saw it right there.
Eagles back to the line, inside the 30, now to the 29-yard line of Lake Belton. 4:15, the clock continues to run here in the second quarter. 21-13, Georgetown leads by 8. Guyton to the left of McDougal with 2 receivers left. 1 right, far side hash mark now. Guyton to the right, back to left, fake the handoff. McDougal rolls left, has a man open. Now he's going to scramble, being chased. McDougal up past the 20 and jumps out of bounds. Should be right at the line to gain. They're going to mark him right out of bounds at the 20. So a good scramble there by McDougal. That'll bring up 2nd and 1 now for the Eagles.
He had a receiver open out of the backfield. Didn't see him because I think he was looking deep again, but tucked it in, didn't take any chances. Good gain.
Yeah, that's really, I think, the key in that play. He was decisive. He wasn't hesitant. He wasn't trying to make something happen that maybe wasn't there. It was a little muddy. He decided to tuck it, get what he can, and now this offense is in a 2nd and 1.
Goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. 3:53 remaining here in the first half, 21-13. The Eagles have it 2nd and 1 at the 20 of the Broncos. Tight formation with one receiver right, Madre. And now a quick timeout comes from the line judge.
That was McDougal recognizing we're at 0, and he quickly called that timeout.
So Georgetown will get the timeout just before the delay of game, and we'll take it with them. 3:53 remaining first half. Eagle timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
At Mesquite Creek Outfitters, we bring community together in a casual environment to share the love of gear and apparel, great drinks, and friendship. Located at 704 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, Mesquite Creek Outfitters is the place to enjoy our drinks and light food menu, shop our unique men's and women's apparel, and visit with friends and family. Visit the website at mesquitecreekoutfitters.com or stop by and say hello. MCO is proud to sponsor First Responders Broadcasting presentation of Georgetown Eagles football.
If y'all with it, y'all hear me in the first place. Independent, they gon' sign you in the worst way.
Back to it at Tiger Field we go. 2nd and 1 from the Bronco 20. McDougal looks left, throws left flat, catch made. And driven out of bounds and then thrown down after the play. A lot of extra activity out of number 23, Braxton Cope.
Yeah, he was already out of bounds. There's no need to chunk him, you know.
Braden Bratton with the catch. They give him no gain right at the, or they mark him just.
That was a first down, guys. I mean,
he might have been pushed backwards, but he definitely caught the pass beyond the line of scrimmage.
Right.
But they're going to mark him right at the 19 and say it's 3rd and inches for the Eagles. 3:45 remaining here in the first half.
Gotta go.
And now McDougal with Walker to his right side. Hand it to Walker. Nope. It's going to be a false start, I believe.
I think every single one of Georgetown's offensive linemen were reshuffling themselves. They might not have got set.
So instead of 3rd and inches, it's going to be 3rd and a long 5.
4-yard line. 3rd down and 5.5 for the Eagles.
Yeah, Coach is talking about that spot. That 3rd and 1, 3rd and inches.
So back to the 24 it goes. Coach Griffin not happy
They
there.
took 3 seconds off the clock, but should have never started.
3:42 remaining instead of 3:45. The Eagles taking their time. Get the play call in. 2 receivers right, none left on 3rd and 6. 3rd and 5.5. Snap back. Hand it to Walker left side. Has a couple of blockers. Cuts back inside. And a great tackle by Gavin Carpenter of Broncos. Sends Jet Walker forward for a first down to the 18-yard line. Thank you very much. And it's a borrow for Morrow first down inside the Graham & Sons Lane and Cattle red zone. Great tackle from behind by Gavin Carpenter that sent Jet Walker for about 2 more yards.
Yeah.
Big first down.
That play right there, I think, told me that they were going to go for it on 4th with running the ball 3rd and 6. But sometimes with Jet, you don't even need to think about it too much. He just powers ahead for the first down.
2 receivers right, none left. Walker to the left of McDougal, near side hash mark on 1st and 10. Snap back. Hand it to Walker right side, cuts back inside the 15, lowers his shoulder inside the 10, and drives forward all the way down to about the 7-yard line. And that'll be a borrow for Morrow, 1st and goal for the Georgetown Eagles.
This offensive line is really doing work, and that's a testament because Lake Belton is sending a big box every single play, despite the fact that McDougal's been very effective throwing the ball. It's a loaded box every play, and they're dealing with it and letting Jet Walker create some gaps, but then Jet Walker just takes over and gets some extra yards himself.
1st and goal from the 7. Walker in the backfield to the left of McDougal. 1 receiver right, 1 left. Now to Rosie into the end of the right side of the line. Hand it to Walker, cuts back inside the 5, down to about the 3-yard line, 2-yard line?
3, I guess.
So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 3. Clock continues to run, under 2:20 left here in the first half.
And I don't think they should snap this because they want to milk as much clock as they can before giving the ball back to Lake Belton.
Oh, Coach Griffin's going to take his time here, and the Eagles are going to enjoy the 2-minute timeout. With 2 minutes left here in the second quarter. We'll take it with them. Georgetown leads at 21-13. Eagle football continues in a moment.
At Mesquite Creek Outfitters, we bring community together in a casual environment to share the love of gear and apparel, great drinks, and friendship. Located at 704 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, Mesquite Creek Outfitters is the place to enjoy our drinks and light food menu, shop our unique men's and women's apparel, and visit with friends and family. Visit the website at mesquiteCreekOutfitters.com or stop by and say hello. MCO is proud to sponsor First Responders Broadcasting presentation of Georgetown Eagles football.
Mile Angels presents the Ultimate Game Day. Join us for an unforgettable day of friendly competition, community spirit, and GHS baseball legacy as 16 Mile Angels proudly presents the Ultimate Game Day. The event will feature a cornhole tournament, delicious game day food, a raffle, live auction, and a variety of fun games, all in support of Georgetown Eagle baseball. November 9th, 5 to 8 p.m. at Reunion Ranch. You see the QR code up on the screen. Chime in, get a ticket. Go to the link, https linktree/16 Mile Angels. You can go to their Facebook page. And the scoreboard has now gone out here in the stadium, trying to erase the memories of the 21-13 deficit. Georgetown leads at 21-13 over the Broncos. Georgetown has it 2nd and goal from the 2.
So the refs are telling the team to get off the field, so the coaches are just calling them back. Let's just keep talking about it until the scoreboard comes back.
Let's take another break. Eagle football continues in a moment.
Syntex Shirt and Embroidery offers a variety of unique custom clothing and gifts, as well as personalized embroidery for schools, fundraisers, businesses, and more. Whether you need 1 shirt or 100, there are no minimum order amounts on any custom pieces. Stop by our shop at 1911 North Austin Avenue, Suite 103, and check out our in-stock spirit apparel. Visit our website at www.syntexshirt.com. Syntex Shirt and Embroidery is the official outfitter of First Responder Broadcasting.
Back out of another break, and the scoreboard continues to be non-functional. This is always one way to make you appreciate Birkelback Field and Curtis Parker.
Yep.
I tell you what. And he's working live at Birkelback tonight. Eastview and Rouse doing battle.
You know, I got to give a shout out to Curtis. You're talking about him there. The guy, he came and brought us, me, a piece of equipment that I left at the stadium on his way back from work. So really appreciate that relationship with
and we do appreciate you pointing out he brought you something you left at the stadium.
I mean,
for the second time this year.
First step's admitting you have a problem.
Kelly, you got some other scores?
Yeah, I got some scores from around the district. Cedar Park leads Leander in the second quarter, 29-7. Rouse Raiders are beating Eastview 21-0.
I told you when Rouse beat Chaparral 70-0, they're mad and they have played like it since then. Wow.
And then Glenn is beating Colleen Chaparral 21-6.
Clock's back on. 2 minutes remaining. 2nd and goal from the 2. McDougal under center. Now a shift in the line.
I formation. I love it.
Turn around. Hand it to Jet Walker right side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgetown. Jet Walker takes it in. 2 yards for the Georgetown touchdown. And with 1:53 remaining, Georgetown grows the lead back out.
Clock operators all discombobulated now.
Oh, we have a scoreboard.
So the Oak Ridge Disciple House extra point attempt. Galaviz get ready to attempt the kick. There they go. They got it fixed. Oak Ridge Disciple House and Josh Harris have been proud supporters of Georgetown Eagle football here on the SHN Sports Network for 15 years. A special shout out to Josh and all those at the Oak Ridge Disciple House. What a great ministry that they have. But what a great sponsorship. They have been a friend and a just a supporter of Eagle football. The extra point is up, and the extra point is good. 1:55 remaining here in the first half. Georgetown leads it by 15, 28-13. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
Insurance, financial, and HR services are more valuable when they consider your specific needs. That's why Higginbotham Insurance Brokers works hard to understand your priorities so we can get you covered on day one and provide year-round value. From risk management and claims advocacy to benefit plan design and administration, the specialists of Higginbotham are here to turn your uncertainties into possibilities. Contact Jay Hubenak at 737-245-1303 or visit the website at higginbotham.com.
Back live at Tiger Field for a Georgetown scoring drive summary with Holden Tuma.
That last drive went 9 plays, 69 yards, took 3 minutes, 55 seconds off the clock, and now under 2 minutes to go. Lake Belton's down 2 scores. They really need a touchdown here so that they can go into halftime only down 1, and then they can make up that deficit with the first drive of the second half. And for Georgetown, if they're able to get a stop and maintain a 2-possession lead going into the break, that is going to be monumental for their odds in the second half.
Syntax shirt and embroidery kickoff will come off the foot of number 25, Liam Capra, the senior. Done a good job kicking it off tonight. And he tees it up middle of the field, 40-yard line. And the kick is away. High kick, right side, fielded about the 16, 17-yard line. Straight up the numbers, up to the 35, 40. And a late flag comes in. Harness with the return, but we'll see the flag. He's going to back it up. That looks like it's going to be a hold on the Broncos, so that'll negate the big return.
And a good thing, too, because like you said, that was a big return. And the last thing this Lake Belton offense that has been rolling needs is a short field.
There's one of the holes created for the return by Harness. That was the hold, and that'll back them up 10 yards from the spot of the foul. The marker was set at about the 34-yard line, so that'll go all the way back to the 24. And that's where the Broncos will take over. So you talk about a penalty that has an effect of about 16 yards there, Kelly. Instead of being at the 41, it's back to the 24. That's big with only 1:49 remaining.
And about time for a turnover, I think.
Josiah James in the backfield. Dupree to his right. No receiver, or one receiver left, now 3 right. James rolls right, looking. He's going to throw it downfield. And there was Cole Mitchell making a read on it. It was just too far away from him, but a good read. He overshot his receiver. Number 4 on the throw, trying to hit Zion Harness. So a big 2nd and 10 now.
I think he heard Kelly on his helmet, that mic in the helmet, the earphones. He heard Kelly say he wants a pickoff.
And the outplay was really because of Cade Erickson. He jammed the 2 receivers. One was trying to break to the outside, and he would have been open, but Cade jammed into him and ran him upfield, and the quarterback forced the throw anyway. Lucky that was not intercepted.
And a good job to cover the guy out in the flat for an easy dump pass there. Now brings up 2nd and 10. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Handed to Dupree. He's going to the left side. Gets outside the numbers. Hurdles the defender out of bounds.
5 is Zion Dupree with carry 4.
He'll go out of bounds at about the, see where they're trying to mark him at the 27-yard line.
He hurdled X.
Clock operator never started the clock. It should be at 1:30 right now.
Stays at 1:42.
I mean, that's big because he went out of bounds, and now if Georgetown can get off the field, now they're looking like they might get another drive offensively.
3rd and about 7 to go for the Broncos. From their own 27, they got to get up to about the 34-yard line. James looking to pass, plenty of time. Takes a long shot down the field. Harness is wide open, and the catch is made into Georgetown territory at the 32-yard line. Zion Harness.
Good job holding on to that ball. Johnny Decker looked like he's going to bust it loose.
Broncos quickly back to the line. 1:34 as the clock starts again. Snap back, handed to Dupree, right up the middle. Eagles not set, all the way up to about the 20-yard line. And the Eagles are trying to make swaps. The Broncos now going to take their time and give Georgetown a time to get off the field, are they? No, they're not going to get off in time. Now X does get off just at the last second. Snap back. James, now a whistle on the far side. It's going to be a false start on the Broncos. They had a chance if they had lined up and
They sure
snapped
did.
it to get Georgetown caught off sides. Too many men on the field. But they wasted all that time and then caught a false start penalty. So it'll be 1st and 15 now with 1:18 remaining. They have all 3 timeouts remaining, too.
Yeah.
So surprised by Coach Brian Cope not taking the timeout there. Instead, they back it up 5. The ball now sits at the 26-yard line.
On that last play, they did send some extra pressure, but they couldn't get to the quarterback.
So this defensive line being held up by a good job by this Bronco offensive line. You got to give them the credit. They are keeping James, giving him plenty of time. The referee raising the roof on the far side of the field. A 1:18 remaining here in the first half. The Broncos 1st and 15.
Broncos move the ball back to the 26-yard line. First down.
Snap back to James, handed to Dupree, dances left, finds a hole in the middle, out to the 20, and he'll be drugged down at the 19-yard line. Good tackle there by the Eagles. Stop him at 6-yard gain. 2nd and 9.
And Lake Belton's really taking no chances to allow Georgetown an offensive drive. They're still milking the clock, like you mentioned. They still have all 3 timeouts. Now under a minute to go in the first half.
They'll break the huddle. 3 receivers left. 1 right. James in the backfield. Snap back. Hands it to Dupree. Right side. Has plenty of room. Jihad Abdenur can't get to him. It's a touchdown for Lake Belton. They sent a lot of coverage to the left side with 3 receivers, and they left Jihad out here on an island by himself with a receiver. Dupree had 1 man to beat, and he beat Jihad to the corner for the touchdown.
Boy, you got to be impressed with that drive, though, by Lake Belton. They had deep in their own territory and able to move down in just not very much time for the score to move it back to 1 score.
Broncos will line it up. Lassick to attempt the extra point. Trailing by 9. Trying to make it a 1-possession game. High snap, it's down. The extra point is up, and the extra point is good. 39 seconds remaining in the first half. The Eagles lead at 28-20. Eagles football continues in a moment.
First Downs are sponsored by Morrow from Morrow. Longtime supporter of our broadcast, Matt Morrow and his team are dedicated to providing the best mortgage experience possible. They do that by offering easy-to-use mortgage tools, including a handy mobile app, competitive rates, and assistance from experienced loan officers. Matt's loan officers understand local markets, have access to a wide variety of loan programs, and are ready to guide you through the process. Your family, your future, our focus. For your mortgage needs, remember Matt Morrow, Borrow from Morrow. For more information, visit borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS number 464148.
Holding the Lake Belton scoring drive summary.
That last drive, very impressive. 6 plays, 59 yards, took 1:16 off the clock. Another responsive touchdown. Like we mentioned, Lake Belton needed to go into halftime down 1 score. They've accomplished that now, down 8. 39 seconds left. Georgetown has 2 timeouts to maybe try something offensively, but we'll see how they do that here.
Lassick, the lefty, to kick it away for the Broncos. Approaches, puts a foot to it. High kick. Far side, fielded by Weston Stewart at the 20. At 25, cuts back, tries to get, cuts back again, and he'll be bottled up and taken down.
Good Lord, 13 and 40. Anybody gonna throw a flag?
Kind of trying to understand why if you just keep blowing the whistle for 38 seconds, you think they're going to stop. The only way that's going to stop is these officials start throwing flags to cut this behavior between. Right now, Georgetown got lucky there as well. They were involved as well. But 31 seconds left. It's 1st and 10 from the Georgetown 28.
I think given how this first half has gone offensively, McDougal's had a lot of success throwing the ball, but they haven't been super down the field. It's been a lot of quick stuff. I would expect them to try that early and see what they can do. And if they're not able to get anything, just kneel it, take it to halftime. But if they are able to get some early gains, maybe push for a field goal here.
My deal is you have playing a prevent defense here. At what point do you open up a Jet Walker and let a long run occur with 2 timeouts remaining? Snap back, pass, wide receiver screen. Xavier Warren gets a block, gets outside the numbers, and he's off to the races. 45-50, 45-40, 35, and he'll run out of bounds at the 31-yard line of the Broncos. A beautiful catch and a run by the X-Man. A great quick pass by McDougal to Warren.
And that's why those defensive backs being so far back gave that play a chance to be successful.
Heads up, getting out of bounds.
Quickly back to the line they go. And now a whistle blown here.
I think Lake Belton took a timeout.
Timeout, Broncos.
Coach Cope out past the numbers, out more on the field, arguing with the referee. But the Broncos take their first timeout. 22 seconds remaining here in the first half. We'll take it with them. Eagle football continues in a moment.
At Mesquite Creek Outfitters, we bring community together in a casual environment to share the love of gear and apparel, great drinks, and friendship. Located at 704 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, Mesquite Creek Outfitters is the place to enjoy our drinks and light food menu, shop our unique men's and women's apparel, and visit with friends and family. Visit the website at mesquitecreekoutfitters.com or stop by and say hello. MCO is proud to sponsor First Responders Broadcasting presentation of Georgetown Eagles football.
At Lake Belton. Tiger Field. 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 31 of Lake Belton after a big gain on the first play of the drive. 22 seconds remaining. Still 2 timeouts for the Eagles. McDougal in the backfield. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Madre, the lone receiver, left. Now Westfall in motion. And a false start there by number 55, Caleb Hennessy. We'll back the Eagles up. 1st and 15 now from the 36-yard line. Jet Walker immediately steps up into the ear of Caleb Hennessy. So it's 1st and 15. Madre on man-to-man coverage here on the near side. 3 receivers right. Snap back to McDougal. Madre. Shot down the field. Touchdown, Georgetown. Braden Bratton hauls it in. What a pass by McDougal and a catch by the super sophomore. Georgetown scores with 15 seconds left in the first half.
Wow, what a play, what a great call. He was wide open, and getting Caleb out of that pocket gave him a little bit of extra time for that to develop down the field.
So Braden Bratton hauls it in for the touchdown, and now the Oak Ridge Disciple House extra point attempt. Galaviz ready to go. The snap is back, the kick is up, and the extra point is good. So Georgetown responds in just 24 seconds to make it 35-20 over the Broncos. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
At Mesquite Creek Outfitters, we bring community together in a casual environment to share the love of gear and apparel, great drinks, and friendship. Located at 704 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, Mesquite Creek Outfitters is the place to enjoy our drinks and light food menu, shop our unique men's and women's apparel, and visit with friends and family. Visit the website at mesquitecreekoutfitters.com or stop by and say hello. MCO is proud to sponsor First Responders Broadcasting presentation of Georgetown Eagles football.
Back live, Tiger Field. It's a Holden Tuma. Georgetown Eagle scoring drive summary.
And what a drive. 2 plays, 72 yards, 24 seconds off the clock. Georgetown tacks on another touchdown, and a big shout out on that drive to Xavier Warren. He had the first catch and run to set it all up, and on the touchdown to Braden Bratton, he ran the natural pick play, a deep curl route, interfered with a man-on-man coverage guy on Bratton's route, let Bratton get down the sideline, and what a ball by McDougal to get just enough of him on that sideline into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgetown.
Syntex shirt and embroidery kickoff, a short pooch kick, and it'll be down at about the 31-32 yard line by the Broncos.
Did you see them shift their backs? Their receivers back there moved them around a little bit.
And a good read by them to do it, because the little pooch kick would have hit and bounced.
Yes.
And they barely fell on it at the 31. So Coach Cope, a decision to make here, but Georgetown sending 3 men back. I believe it's X here on the near side. Nope, that is Malachi Miller here on the backside. James gets a snap. Out to Davion Peters, left side, has some blockers, up past the 40, and out of bounds at the 44-yard line. 9 seconds remaining.
Same kind of idea there, just a little bit different route and play call, but the defensive backs were so far back, that little swing pass out there, but I think Georgetown will take that again.
I don't think they have the field goal kicker to take a 40 or 45-yard shot here, but they're going to have to get it closer and have a Hail Mary attempt. 1st and 10, 3 receivers right, 1 left. Snap back to James, another pass out to the right side. Getting a block is Peters, and he'll be knocked out of bounds into Georgetown territory, up at about the 44-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10, 3 seconds remaining.
And they've really got 2 options here. It's either Hail Mary or it's, pitch and lateral, trying to make some kind of magic there. I don't think there's any other option to try to get into this end zone with 3 seconds left.
3 receivers left, none right. James on the near side hash mark. Snap is back. He's going to step up. He's going to heave it. Nice shot downfield. And Malachi Miller will intercept the ball to end the first half in the end zone for the touchback. And the first half comes to an end. Nice play by the Georgetown defense to keep him out of the end zone. And Georgetown takes the 15-point lead into the half. We'll take it with them. Eagle football will continue in a moment.
JMT's provides customized apparel and promotional items to small businesses, schools, and nonprofit organizations. Our services include screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Our game-changing direct-to-film printing allows JMT's to print full-color graphics on your garments. JMT's has the experience and confidence to take on any order. Visit the website at jmts.com or call us at 512-388-5555.
First Downs are sponsored by Morrow from Morrow. Longtime supporter of our broadcast, Matt Morrow and his team are dedicated to providing the best mortgage experience possible. They do that by offering easy-to-use mortgage tools, including a handy mobile app, competitive rates, and assistance from experienced loan officers. Matt's loan officers understand local markets, have access to a wide variety of loan programs, and are ready to guide you through the process. Your family, your future, our focus. For your mortgage needs, remember Matt Morrow, Borrow from Morrow. For more information, visit borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS number 464148.
Death Hunt by Herman, Witches on a Rampage by Debney and the Hut on Fowl's Legs, Baba Yaga from Pictures at an Exhibition by Miss Ortiz. Drum Majors, Bailey King and Walker Rackley. You may begin your performance for the UIL Area D Marching Band Contest.
Stand warm? It's going to just get colder.
There's fireworks. There's like a band. There's like a really big group of like Jamie Cool kids here, but like if it's Is that really against my bill? They were gonna make us wear. They were gonna make us
And we welcome you back to Tiger Field in Belton, Texas, where the Georgetown Eagles lead the Lake Belton Broncos 35-20. Holden, exciting first half. What are the stats looking like?
It was an exciting first half, and the thing that jumps out to me right away, Georgetown throwing the ball. Caleb McDougal is 14 of 15 for 264 yards and 3 touchdowns in the first half alone. And that's great stats for a full ball game. He did that in 24 minutes in the first half. On the other side, though, Lake Belton's offense is also having a lot of success against this defense of Georgetown that came in riding high, a lot of momentum, 2 straight games. They had pitched a first half shutout. They had allowed no third down conversions in the first half. Lake Belton had a lot of success. They were 10 of 13 throwing the ball, 143 yards and a touchdown. Josiah James came into this game as a sophomore, a guy who'd been splitting time all season, and it's really looked like he's matured and he's really blossomed in this pressure moment because Lake Belton knows if they drop this game, their playoff spot is not secured whatsoever, especially if Rouse is able to hold on to their win. They had a 21-0 lead over Eastview last we checked. If Rouse is able to win that game, and Lake Belton loses, they would have the same record in district, and now you're going to tiebreakers head-to-head. It gets muddy. And this is a high-pressure spot. He's really risen to the occasion. But their run game has also been very effective, and probably even more so than the past. They've run the ball 19 times for 130 yards, 2 running touchdowns in that first half.
This is one of the few times where teams have had a whole lot of success offensively against the defense of Georgetown. We've seen some tackling issues. Some penalty issues helped sustain one of their drives, but the defense is really going to have to buckle down and shut down this run game because that's opening up the pass game as well for Lake Belton.
Yeah, and on top of that, I think that with how well Georgetown's offense has played in that first half, I think one stop by this Eagle defense is really all they need to maybe break this game open. They're going into the second half up 2 scores. Lake Belton will start with the ball. So if they do score on their first drive, now Georgetown's having to play not catch up because they're in the lead, but they're having to respond to maintain that lead every drive. But if Georgetown's defense is able to lock down and force even just one punt and let Georgetown's offense build on their lead, they can stretch it into the second half and kind of play keep away from Lake Belton. But right now, Lake Belton's 20 points is the most points Georgetown's defense has allowed in the first half since the Belton game. 20 points. They came out with a game plan, and they've really executed to a high level, and it's really started all up front. I already mentioned the running numbers for Lake Belton averaging 6.8 yards a carry. There also has not been a sack. There was a sack that got nullified by a penalty, but pressure-wise really has not been there, and that's allowed Lake Belton's speed to really show down the field, and Josiah James has been very accurate in that first half.
One of the things that I like Georgetown did in the first half was Lake Belton drove down the field and scored a touchdown to make it for their second touchdown, and Georgetown did not let them hang on to the momentum. So then they come back down, score another touchdown. Again, Georgetown responds, and in just seconds puts that 35th point on the board. So they haven't let Lake Belton maintain any kind of momentum. They've answered every punch that Lake Belton's thrown at them.
Yeah, that's been very impressive from this offense, especially that final drive going 78 yards in 2 plays. Xavier Warren, a big part of both of those. Obviously, the touchdown strike to Braden down the sideline, highly impressive as well. And this offense, I think, is going to need more of that execution in the second half.
In the other games in District 8, 5A Division 1, District 8, the Cedar Park Timberwolves lead the Leander Lions 29-7 at half. Leander Rouse is beating Eastview 21-7, and they are just about to start the third quarter there in Georgetown at GISD Athletic Complex. And then the Killeen Chaparral Bobcats have finally put some points on the board against the Glen Grizzlies, but the Grizzlies lead 21-6 at the half. So some interesting things going on, and tonight things in the playoff standings really start to shake out.
And that Rouse game is the big one to pay attention to. If Rouse is able to hold on to that lead and win that football game, Eastview now has a second district loss. Rouse would then tie Lake Belton. If Lake Belton loses this game, the playoff seeding is not at all solidified. Still so much movement left to go. What an exciting finish we're shaping up for.
Holden's halftime stats are brought to you by Graham & Sons Land and Cattle. Word from them, and we'll be back to Tiger Field shortly. Stick with us. First Responder Broadcasting's presentation of Georgetown Eagle football continues here on the SHN Sports YouTube channel right after this. Holden's first half stats, the third quarter, and post-game wrap-up are brought to you by Graham & Sons Land and Cattle. Graham & Sons is a cow-calf operation here in Central Texas, growing calves, cotton, corn, and wheat for commercial customers. Austin Graham and his team of crazy cowboys and cowgirls produce some of the best-tasting meat the First Responder Broadcasting team has ever eaten. Thank you, Graham & Sons, for your support of our broadcast of Georgetown Eagle football. The Golden Rule is located at 606 South Church Street in Georgetown. The Golden Rule offers an amazing menu and even better atmosphere. Enjoy a wide variety of menu items like Cantonese riblets, Texas fried quail, roasted beet salad, an elk double smash burger, and much, much more. Join us for Sunday brunch with a delicious selection of food and drinks. Give the menu a look at goldenrulegtx.com. The Golden Rule, above all else, goodwill, friendship, and kind regard. It's halftime at Tiger Field in Belton, Texas, where Georgetown leads the Lake Belton Broncos 35-20. We'll be back with the third quarter. All right.
Coach, quite a different game than what we've seen the last few weeks, of course, on the road, stuff like that. Yeah. What do you think we need to do to prevent this from becoming a track meet?
We got to get a couple stops defensively. Got to make some adjustments and play within ourselves, do what we're supposed to do, and do our job. And we'll get a couple of stops, and offense keep on scoring and doing what they're supposed to do, and we're going to be in great shape.
Sounds great. Go get them.
Thank you.
So a quick talk there with Coach Griffin. Some adjustments to be made at half. The last time you saw this defense, Kelly, have to make those adjustments was at Copper's Cove. They did it, and it came back to be a big boost and allowed Georgetown to come from behind to win that game. Another key night for this defense to make some stands here in the second half.
Absolutely.
To allow this Eagle team to get a big win on the road. Quick timeout. Back with third quarter action live from Tiger Field in Belton, Texas.
Blair Hogue with the Hogue team of Fairway Independent Mortgages, your local lender. With over 22 years of experience, Blair and his team are here to guide you through every step of your home journey. Whether you're buying, refinancing, or pulling equity out for debt consolidation or home improvements, when you think mortgage, think Blair Hogue with the Hogue team. We are conveniently located on the square in Georgetown. Visit us today or call 512-717-9912 and let's get started on your path to home ownership.
Back live here at Tiger Field at Belton High School and Belton ISD. It's also home to the Lake Belton Broncos tonight, the home team. But your Georgetown Eagles have a 35-20 lead over the Broncos. The battle in the second half, I think, is going to come down to this Belton Bronco offense and the Georgetown Eagle defense. How do the adjustments come at the hand of Coach Laux and this defense to get the ball back over this offense and let them kind of create some separation over this Bronco team to try to solidify a big road win after 3 nice home wins. No yellow dogs over the last 3 weeks, as they like to call them. But yet getting back into that road travel that you got to be ready for, because when the playoffs hit after that first week, the road dogs come out.
Lake Belton has to put points on the board on their first drive in this half since they are getting the football. They have not been able to stop the Georgetown offense. I think we scored on every drive. Is that right, Holden?
Yes.
Scored on every drive, so they absolutely have to put points on the board, touchdowns on the board on this first drive, or they are really going to put themselves behind the 8 ball.
How does this offense continue to represent what this team has done all year? Not just the offense, but when one needs a pick-me-up, the other one is there to give them that help.
And we potentially have the possibility we've got 3 good running backs. We could burn some clock here, and matriculate the ball down the field, but just burn up some time if we can get the ball back.
One thing that we haven't done a lot tonight is run the ball heavy. It's been pass heavy, but it's been effective with Caleb McDougall tonight at the helm. 16 Mile Angels presents the Ultimate Game Day. Join us for an unforgettable day of friendly competition, community spirit, and GHS baseball legacy as 16 Mile Angels proudly presents the Ultimate Game Day. The event will feature a cornhole tournament, delicious game day food, a raffle, live auction, a variety of fun games, all in support of Georgetown Eagle baseball. Go out and see them at Reunion Ranch November 9th, 5 to 8 p.m. You can buy tickets. There's the QR code on the screen, or go check it out, 16 Mile Angels. They've got a Facebook page, different places you can find them. But go out, support, because everything they do translates right back to doing things for this Georgetown Eagle baseball team. Georgetown leads it 35-20 at the half. But we can't forget about maybe the band as we look at it. Georgetown's band will perform on Saturday at the UIL area competition. Let me go ahead and pull it up, make sure I get it right. First off, there will be a send-off for the band. This new phone is just confusing the mess out of me.
I say you got to be smarter than the machinery you're trying to operate.
Yeah, mercy. Where did all these shots go? But somewhere I took shots, so I'll figure it out. But we'll go back to the library. At least we have the band deal. Join us, UIL area contest. It's tomorrow, Pflugerville at the field. Georgetown's performance, 3:45 p.m., presenting Down the Witches Road, Fall 21825 marching band. They won a unanimous 1 rating at the first competition. Now into the UIL area competition tomorrow at the field. There's a send-off at the parking lot of Birkelbach Field tomorrow at 12:15. Go out, support, get the band sent off, and then go over to the field and enjoy another wonderful performance by this band. They have done a great job this year. Eastview to perform as well at the area competition sometime tomorrow. If you want to watch them, you'll have to look it up because I have no idea what time Eastview performs. I got to give a shout-out to the Georgetown band. They bring us information so we can put it out, and so we are proud to do so in support of the Georgetown Eagle Marching Band. Quarter 3 begins with a Syntec shirt and embroidery kickoff. We're inside the outside JCT Memorial Broadcast booth tonight, brought to you by JMT's. We're trying to practice our inner Doppler Dave and be outside with the people. And it is a good night, not too windy. And the Liam Capra kickoff, high kickoff, short at about the 26-yard line. Back up past the 35, 40, taken down at about the 42-yard line by the Georgetown Eagle kick coverage. And that's where the Broncos will take over. 1st and 10, the return by Davion Peters. And the Broncos have the ball first here in the third quarter. How quick can you get this Georgetown defense to make the changes and get this ball back over to the Georgetown offense?
We'll see what kind of adjustments both these teams made at the half. We saw a couple of little things in the first half that we hadn't seen, but it'll be interesting to see how both these offenses attack in the second half.
Josiah James in the backfield, far side hash mark. 1 receiver right, 3 left. Handed to Dupree right off the bat, but a whistle blown here and the play dead. And it will be a false start on the Belton Broncos. So the first play of the third quarter does not get away cleanly here. There's another penalty on the Broncos. They'll make it a 1st and 15 from the 37-yard line.
It's the 9th penalty on the Broncos so far today.
Wow.
And they ran 3 seconds off the clock on a play that never started.
1st and 15. 1 receiver right, 3 left. Dupree in the backfield to the left of James. Snap back. James will hand it off to Dupree. Dances down right and then hit. Good tackle there by Georgetown's defensive line. Forward to the 39-yard line. Yeah, gain of 2. Bring up 2nd and 13 now. Tackle there. Easton Smith in on the tackle along with Tyler Leinerger.
Lake Belton 63, getting up a little gimpy.
On the offensive line, that's the center, junior Colton Colvin. So that could be a key deal to watch right there if one of their key linemen is going out, and especially when you talk about the center, who is that captain of that offensive line. 2nd and 13, now a man in motion. James in the backfield, clap of the hands, ball back, he's looking to pass, throws out right flat, caught, dropped. The ball comes out, they're going to call it incomplete. And is that Jihad Abdunur?
It is, and you saw on the sideline before it started going, you saw X, and everybody was coming up to Jihad, really giving him encouragement. So he's got to play really, really well this second half.
What a job there to close in on the receiver and knock that ball free.
Well, and we saw some missed tackles in the first half. You see a completed one there that knocks the ball loose. You hate to say it this early in the second half, but this is a massive third down.
3rd and 13 for the Broncos from the 39-yard line. They've got to get to the Georgetown 48 for a first down. James has Dupree to his left. 3 receivers left, 1 right. James back to pass. He's going to hang one up. Right side, Abdunur fights. A push-off offensively, and the catch made. Luke Phillips makes the catch. No pass interference there. But right at the end, Phillips extends the arm to get separation from Jihad, who had great coverage. And a big first down to the 28 of Georgetown for the Broncos.
That was, and there was some hand fighting for both of them out there. I'm surprised the flag didn't get thrown on somebody, but it's a much-needed first down conversion for these Broncos.
And again, Georgetown does not send pressure. They blitz 2 on a 3rd and long, and they let these Belton receivers get down the field and have a chance to make a play.
Now Davion Peters in the backfield, direct snap, and he runs straight up the middle, cuts back, and inside the 25 down to about the 21. Mark him down at the 21 or 22-yard line. Bring up 2nd and 4, 10-20 left here in the 3rd quarter.
This is the drive that Lake Belton needed. They've got to now finish this into the end zone to get a touchdown to find the way back in this ball game. And Georgetown's offensively just got to try to scrap for a stop.
In the same drive, the 3rd person to take a snap, it's Reese Rosenbaum, the backup quarterback. Snap back, hands it to Dupree. Nope, keeps it pass, left flat, caught, dropped. A good read, he went for the interception there. That was Jihad Abdenor, a good read. He jumped the route and gets enough of it to knock it away. Almost had the interception. And another big 3rd down here from the Georgetown 22-yard line.
I think this is going to be 4-down territory for Lake Belton. If they can't convert on this play, they have to have a touchdown, in my opinion.
3rd down and 4 from the 22. 9:56 remaining 3rd quarter. Georgetown crowd making some noise. Snap back. James hands it off, but Davion Peters in the backfield makes one man miss, and he's forward to about the 21, maybe the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 2. That'll bring up a 4th and 2 now from the 20-yard line of Georgetown. One tackle right there. He shook one tackle. It would have been a loss of 3 or 4.
That's really been the story of this ball game. Georgetown's been in pretty decent position, and they end up missing a misstep one way. Lets Lake Belton break it. Good pursuit to keep that from breaking any further, though. But like you mentioned, I think that play call reflects the choice. They already decided they're going for it here on 4th and 2.
Josiah James in the backfield. Dupree to his right side. Now he'll step forward, call out the new play. Backs up. Gonna get the snap off right at 1 second left. James fakes the pass, looking at a double move, hangs it up to the end zone, and it's overthrown. Incomplete. And it's uncatchable. You see the call there on the far side line, Judge Kelly. An uncatchable pass that went out of the back of the end zone. And Coach Cope in the ear of the line judge asking for a pass interference play, but he's not going to get it. And the Georgetown defense holds a turnover on downs.
And that is exactly what Lake Belton did not need to come up empty on that. Now if Georgetown can go down and score points, this becomes an almost unreachable deficit that they face early in the 3rd quarter.
Kind of a surprise play when the way you're running the ball.
Yeah.
To take a shot to the end zone on 4th and 2, and not a running play the way Peters has gotten through the holes on Dupree's gotten through the holes on that, or even Davion Peters on a direct snap. And now Georgetown has it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Snap, pitch forward. Here comes Xavier Warren. He gets one block, tries to get out of trouble, and he'll be drug out of bounds by Cope. And by number 8, Christian Onwerchi in there on the defense, the receiver.
They said he stayed in bounds, so they kept the clock running.
He did, thanks to the almost a horse collar.
That Georgetown will let that clock run all night long.
Yes, sir.
They're going to count it for about a 1-yard loss back to the 19-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 11 now. 2 receivers wide left, 1 wide right. Walker in the backfield to the right of Caleb McDougall on the near side hash mark. Madre, the lone receiver, right.
Nobody's on 16.
Braylon Westfall wide open. Now Braxton Cope trying to lure a throw in. Handed to Jet Walker right side, hitting the backfield and taken down after a gain of 1. And that's bring up 3rd and 10.
Not something that you see very often, him stopped short like that.
Well, now a big 3rd down for Georgetown.
And you at least want to flip the field if you're Georgetown. You know, obviously you want to score, but you don't want to give Lake Belton any field advantage.
Now taking their time getting the play call in.
It's really been a good thing Georgetown has thrown so well because like we're talking about, they have not run the ball terribly effectively at all.
And in motion from the left. Clap of the hand, snap back. McDougal rolls left, looking left. Pressured, throws on the run. Catch made by Warren, but it's going to be short of a first down. He'll be hit and stopped, and that will bring out the punt team for the Eagles. As the clock runs under 7:40. So Warren unable to get to the sticks. Stopped short at the 27-yard line. And on 4th and 3, Westfall will stand back, kick this one away.
You don't see much trickeration from Georgetown in the special teams, but this will be their first punt of the night.
Receiver back deep at the 45 for Lake Belton. Westfall's kick, nice one. Signal for a fair catch. He drops it. Ball's loose, and so it goes back to where he recovers it. That'll be inside the 35 to the 33. So Georgetown, beneficiaries there. A good punt by Westfall, but a great job for Lake Belton to fall on that one. It could have turned bad for the Broncos.
No harm, no foul for both these offenses on their first possession in the second half. Neither able to put any points on the board. Both defenses able to hold. Lake Belton did have a little more success in moving the ball, but just unable to put it in the end zone.
So the Broncos take over. 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line. 7:06 remaining here in the third quarter. Two receivers left, one right. Josiah James gets a snap, hands it to Alexander right up the middle, and he'll get forward to the 35-yard line.
22, Arrington Alexander with carry 4.
A.J. Stevenson there on the tackle alongside Jesse Espinoza. Tyler Leininger in there with him.
I tell you, Colton Crocker, that big 59-0 lineman, he was giving Dean everything he could handle. They ended up pancaking him there. Dean's really, it's a different game tonight. This offensive line for Lake Belton is doing a very good job.
2nd and 8 after the 2-yard gain by Arrington Alexander. Josiah James on the far side hash mark. Two receivers left, two right. Empty backfield now as Alexander leaves the backfield. James looking, has an empty route. No one picks up Alexander up to the 40, and he'll be steps out of bounds at about the 43. They'll mark him at the 44. And that's enough for a Bronco first down.
That's really been the difference of the defense today. They're not getting any pressure. So the quarterback's got all day to read all of his progressions. That time finds a check down that nobody picked up and a first down pass.
No one followed Arrington Alexander out of the backfield, Holden. He was wide open, standing up here on the numbers, just waiting for the pass. 1st and 10. James, quick pass out the right flat. And no, it's going to be a penalty flag that came in before the play got snapped. It's going to be a false start on the Broncos. The thing is, almost every pass play, if you guys will watch, when they have 3 receivers on a side, one of the receivers, every time they anticipate that snap and kind of rock and go, and they are every time calling it. And so a big 5-yard penalty to start this drive again. Instead of on a 1st and 10 for the second time of the second half, they go to a 1st and 15.
And while I watched Josiah James, he did get up a little gimpy on that last play. It looks like he got tangled up with somebody.
3 receivers right, 1 left. Arrington Alexander in the backfield beside James on the right side, near side hash mark. Hand it to Alexander up the middle, dances to the right, hit by Tennyson Dean, and he goes nowhere. Tennyson Dean wrapped him up. Got some help there from Gavin Smith, but a great job by the dog, Tennyson Dean. A big stop on a 1st and 15, a gain of none. He went backwards.
Boy, Tennyson is just having an incredible season, and he has been the absolute anchor on this defense, being one of the few seniors back on the defensive side of the football. Coach has talked so much about his leadership over there, and we've seen not only his leadership but his performance. 4 sacks last week, which was a GHS record for a single game.
They mark it back at the 39. 2nd and 15, 5:15 remaining. Man in motion. James will get the snap. Looks left. Pressured up the middle. A.J. Stevenson can't get him. Now he does! Sack for the Eagles. The dog, Tennyson Dean, alongside Gavin Smith, A.J. Stevenson, Tyler Leininger. That was a household defensive sack right there. And great coverage downfield by the defensive backs. And it's a big 3rd down and 24 for the Broncos.
That's finally the pressure that we needed to see from this Georgetown defense to really not let him get comfortable back there. And the pressure was almost immediate.
Now Now the Eagles have their ears pinned back, coming after him. Snap back to James on 3rd and 24. A double move near side, but James is going to be sacked again! Back-to-back sacks for this defense. Tennyson Dean in there alongside Cole Mitchell.
And that's the difference when you send pressure on those third and longs. You don't give them time to put down the field. And that time they were able to get through the offensive line, back-to-back sacks, force another punt.
And really, really good coverage by this Eagles defensive backfield.
Gavin Carpenter back to punt it away. Cade Erickson stands at his own 38, 39-yard line awaiting the punt. Carpenter will get the punt barely away. It was tipped.
Got a hand
it
on
was tipped. The Eagles want to get away. The Broncos will down it, and it'll stay in Bronco territory. Who got the block? It's either Weston Stewart or Reagan Bollinger. I think it was Weston Stewart on the block. What a job. And great job by this defense. What a big stand. And 2 possessions in a row, they make a stand here in the 3rd quarter.
Both defenses seem to have made some adjustments in this second half, and we really saw it there with Georgetown dialing up some pressure, which I was hoping for in the first half. Now we're seeing it in the second half, and it's paid off.
1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 49 of Belton. 3:42 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. McDougal will be on the near side hash. 2 receivers left. 2 running backs in the backfield on either side of McDougal. Snap back, hand it to Walker, left side, follows his blocker, gets a hold. Walker off to the races, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Georgetown. 1 play, 1 score. Georgetown leads it 41-20.
Give it to the mountain man.
Golly, man. Just so much fun watching that kid run the football. He is just so determined when he runs, breaks 1 tackle, and then nobody else gets a hand on him.
Who do you give credit to there? Zach Guyton. Walker followed him to the left, got the kick out block, and did all the rest of the work. But what a block by Zach Guyton there to open it up. The Oak Ridge Disciple House extra point is up and good by Galaviz, and Georgetown leads it by 22. 42-20 with 3:30 left here in the 3rd quarter. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
For an old-fashioned dining experience, visit Goldberger Diner on the square in Georgetown. When you walk into this 50-style diner, you'll be greeted with a smile and treated like family. Enjoy breakfast served anytime, or come for lunch or dinner and enjoy a great burger, chicken fried steak, old-fashioned liver and onions, or any of the great tasting food on our menu. Goldberger Diner is located at 109 West 7th Street in downtown Georgetown. Goldberger Diner, serving great food to great people.
Back at Tiger Field after another Georgetown touchdown and a Holden Tuma scoring drive summary.
I'm going to have to work for this one. It was 1 play, 49 yards, 7 seconds, all Jet Walker needed to get into that end zone. And that is the 3rd score that I think Georgetown needed to really solidify this football game. Going up 3 possessions now, late 3rd quarter, still plenty to play for. But I think now Georgetown has that wiggle room to start playing the manner that they want to play to try to get out of here.
That's why he's the best statistician in high school football broadcasting.
Amen.
Yep, stop. The kick up by Liam Capra, short, shriveled, and it bounces, and they lose it, and they fall on it right at the 30-yard line. What a kick by Liam Capra. Usually all night it's been high arcing kicks. This time he kicked just a kind of a little pooch kick, and Gavin Stewart falls on it right at the 30, and that's where the Broncos take over, 1st and 10. Down by 22 points.
You know, the defense goes back out there right away after that score, and you think, wow, they didn't get much time to get a break, but they've got to be so energized after that big stop, the big score, and just keep building on that momentum.
Yes.
1st and 10.
Thanks, guys.
Rosenbaum in the backfield. That quarterback, he'll hand it to Dupree, right side. Tennyson Dean got held, no call. Dupree out and running down the sideline, cuts back, and he's off to the races. You got to give credit to the hold that doesn't get called. It must not be illegal. And the Broncos respond with a 1-play touchdown of 70 yards by the running back, Dupree.
Yeah, there were a couple of them down the field as well, and they haven't been calling them all night, so you can't expect them to call them now. And that's the response they needed. They had to have a quick touchdown. Doesn't get much quicker than one play.
The one thing, though, is when it happens right in front of the referee, right at the start of the play, you expect that to be called. The line judge, whether he watches or not, but the referee happened right in front of him when Tennyson Dean got pulled backwards and outran Dupree to that corner. That's a play that's just got to be called.
I don't think there's been a holding call on either team, so hold until they call it.
Right.
The kick on the extra point is up, and it is good. 3:12 remaining here in the third quarter. Georgetown leads by 15. Make it 15, 42-27. Eagle football continues in a moment.
Holden's first half stats, the third quarter, and post-game wrap-up are brought to you by Graham & Sons Land and Cattle. Graham & Sons is a cow-calf operation here in Central Texas, growing calves, cotton, corn, and wheat for commercial customers. Austin Graham and his team of crazy cowboys and cowgirls produce some of the best-tasting meat the First Responder Broadcasting team has ever eaten. Thank you, Graham & Sons, for your support of our broadcast of Georgetown Eagle football.
Lake Belton Broncos scoring drive summary. Holden.
They respond with a one-play touchdown of their own, a 70-yarder. Took 15 seconds off the clock. Lake Belton now has ran the ball for 201 yards, the most Georgetown's defense has allowed this season.
That's a lot.
I have one word for that. Wow. The kickoff by Lassick. Far side, fielded at the 19. Coming back towards the numbers, fine blockers. Gets around, Braden Bratton. Now a penalty flag comes in. Bratton taken down out of bounds up to the 36 of Georgetown. But that one will come back. Oh, the referee saw that one at the penalty. And now more penalties here on the Georgetown sideline. And a lot of flags flowing.
They're going to both apply because the holding was during the play and that was after.
But that one appears to be on A.J. Peters of Belton. He stayed on the Georgetown sideline, and all of a sudden a rain of yellow flags came out.
The referees have to get a hold of this chippiness before somebody gets hurt.
So Coach Griffin out to discuss.
And the Belton coach is in the middle of the field. I think it's time that both coaches go have a talk.
Finally, the umpire tells Brian Cope, hey, you're a little too far out here.
Yeah, I think that's what the umpire's telling Coach.
You need to get
Griffin
back on your side of the field. So we'll see if they call offsetting personal fouls over here on the sideline. So the referee, it's hard to, we just have to kind of go with what we hear. Now the referee, it's a hold on the Eagles during the return. After the play on a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on Georgetown.
Wow.
So everything was on Georgetown. So instead of at the 36-yard line, Georgetown may be at their 5 by the end of these penalties. You know what Coach Brian Cope is yelling about? When 2 penalties just got called on Georgetown, yet his player was over here in the Georgetown huddle on the sideline. But we don't know the true calls on who they called anything on other than what the referee points. But now they're going to back it up all the way to the 15-yard line. Nope. You really can't go that much further back into the inside the 10 when you go half the distance inside the 20.
He just marked off 18 yards.
Well, so he marked off 10 for the initial hold from the 25 to the 15, and then from the 15 it's going to be half the distance to the goal. So they're probably going to start with the ball at the 7 or 8.
And so now the referee's over here talking to Coach Chuck Griffin.
Just turn the scoreboard off again.
But no explanation given over the PA as well right now, so don't really know the full side of it, but without the microphone of the referee, you're able to hear what he's calling, and he's facing away from us towards the home stands. So But no matter what, Georgetown, instead of starting at their own 36, is going to be starting inside their own 10-yard line.
Holden and I talked about it at the half. This is where Georgetown.
So Georgetown takes over. The ball's at their 7, 1st and 10. Clap. McDougal, quick pass out in the flat to Xavier Warren. He pushed out of bounds. At about the 12-yard line, it'll be a gain of 5, bring up 2nd and 5. Nice little quick out.
And if you do look at the positive here, starting at the 8, if Georgetown's able to get a sustained drive, they have the opportunity to take a lot of clock here. And with the 2-possession lead still, now late third quarter, clock is their number 1 ally.
2nd and 5, the clock ticks under 2:35 remaining. Onchwary now going to play tight on Xavier Warren. On 2nd and 5, 2 receivers left. Snap back, handed to Zach Guyton, left side. He'll push forward up past the 15-yard line before being stacked up. Nark him down at about the 16-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 1. And here comes the big package for the Eagles. Warren and Stewart come off the field along with Westfall.
This is a conversion that they really have to have here.
I was saying it a little bit earlier. Holden and I talked about Georgetown able to kill the momentum that Lake Belton got in the first half. This is an opportunity now where Lake Belton can maintain that momentum if they can stop this drive.
5 seconds on the down clock. McDougal under center. Turns around, hands it. Coming right up the middle. And that's going to be enough for a Georgetown first down. Up to about the 17-yard line. Make it the 18-yard line, and that'll be a Georgetown borrow for Morrow. First down.
That was a big, big, big first down conversion. Keeps the clock running and an opportunity for Georgetown to shut down this momentum.
Now, because of that conversion, assuming they don't turn the ball over, they're going to be able to end the third quarter with the ball in their hands too.
Borrow from Morrow for all your mortgage needs. Remember Matt Morrow. Borrow from Morrow. Go visit him. www.borrowfrommorrow.com. Terosian in motion to the right. Snap back to McDougal. Fakes the handoff. Looking. Nice in pass to Xavier Warren, but knocked free by Onchwary. Good tight coverage there. Comes over the back of Warren. And Warren walking with a little bit of a limp.
Xavier didn't look like he was expecting that ball as soon as it came out.
I would have loved the clock to keep on ticking with a run play or something.
Now 2nd and 10 from the 18-yard line. 59 seconds remaining. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Now Westfall in motion to the right side, or left side. Swing pass to Westfall. Makes the catch, has a block, cuts it upfield. Up past the 25 to about the 28-yard line.
Xavier Warren's got a guy all around the track. Lucky there's not a flag there. I don't know if a ref saw it, but he had 23 all around the track in the block.
That's awesome. And it was one of the big seniors, Braxton Cope. Almost reminds you of Blindside. Where were you taking him? Home. Why'd you stop? I heard the whistle. 1st and 10, a borrow for Morrow first down up to the 29-yard line.
Clock's not running. It should have.
Now they got it started. Quick pass. Xavier Warren hit immediately, but the catch up to the 33-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4. Bring up 2nd and 6.
To your point, though, Dave, the clock did not start again when the chain set. So there was like 10 to 15 seconds that got saved there. Now, the third quarter will end regardless, but that is a big difference because you could have ended the third quarter a play before. Now that's going to be about 40 seconds.
They're actually going to have to snap it one more time here now with that malfunction. 15 seconds now on the clock. On 2nd and about 6 yards. Snap back, hand it to Guyton. He'll cut back to the right side. Stiff arm. There comes some flags. Up past the 40, but they're going to call something on Georgetown now. Yep, they're going to call a hold on Georgetown. So now all of a sudden the holds are coming out against Georgetown. after the Broncos got away with a big hold on the last possession for the pre-score. So that'll extend the quarter. And instead of a 1st and 10 up at the 42-yard line, it'll be 2nd and about 16 now. So the Eagles back it up with the 10-yard holding penalty. And they are going to run the, well, not sure it should have run out, but they are going to let the clock run out. 3 seconds tick off, and we go to quarter number 4. Quick timeout. Eagles lead it 42-27 when we come back live here on the SHN Sports Network.
Insurance, financial, and HR services are more valuable when they consider your specific needs. That's why Higginbotham Insurance Brokers works hard to understand your priorities so we can get you covered on day one and provide year-round value. From risk management and claims advocacy to benefit plan design and administration, the specialists of Higginbotham are here to turn your uncertainties into possibilities. Contact Jay Hubenak at 737-245-1303 or visit the website at higginbotham.com.
Here at Tiger Field, we get ready for the 4th quarter. Georgetown has it 2nd and about 16. They say 2nd and 20. It is not 2nd and 20 from the 13-yard line. The ball is at the 23-yard line. They've got to get to the 38.
This is a drive Lake Belton's got to stop right here. They've got the holding call. Now they've got Georgetown backed up. They have essentially two plays to get these 16 yards back. Lake Belton needs to make their stand here to get the ball back with enough time to realistically have 2 drives to get themselves back in the ball game.
2nd and 15. McDougal with 2 receivers left, 1 right. Snap back, fake the handoff. Westfall was open, but pressure coming. He's going to have to get rid of it. And Westfall unable to get back to the near side.
3rd down.
Like you said, he had, there is a penalty. Somebody threw a penalty on something here, but like he had Westfall open earlier.
Could have been defensive holding as Westfall was going across the middle. That jersey was being pulled by Braxton Cope.
I think they did just call it, and that's going to be big because that's an automatic first down.
So instead of 3rd and 15, it's going to be an automatic first down. So a 10-yard penalty.
And they really bailed out Georgetown because if they don't have that, because McDougal had a second opinion on that initial read to Westfall rather, they would have had him in 3rd and 16 now instead of 1st and 10 for the Eagles with new life offensively.
So a holding penalty on Braxton Cope against Westfall gives the Eagles 10 yards and an automatic first down. 11:53 remaining in the ball game. 2 receivers left, none right. Quick pass. Warren makes a man miss at the 30. No, a good job, and then there comes help. Braxton Cope held on. That'll be a no gain for the Eagles. Bring up 2nd and 10.
You always think whenever you call these wide receiver screens so consistently that eventually you'll flip the script and have a fake block and a go route by another receiver. We really haven't seen that implemented so far with Georgetown, and I think it would be really effective because essentially Lake Belton right now is driving on these screen routes so hard.
They're starting to jump those screen routes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly like you're saying. And that's what I've been thinking all night is when are we going to have that pump and go, turn for the screen and take off on a double move and try to open it up. Snap back, McDougal hands it off left side. Nope, he keeps it, and he'll just get rid of it out of bounds.
Pass falls incomplete.
Zach Guyton had a hole up the left side if he'd have kept the ball.
Yeah.
Now it's a 3rd and 10, and the clock continues to stop on every completion. Coach Griffin not happy there.
There really wasn't a good option for him to go to when he pulled it and started scrambling out. It looked like maybe they were trying to do another screen, but they didn't get the blocking right, or it was at least played very well by Lake Belton and muddied the play up.
My only curiosity at some point in the game is how often do you let the coaching staffs, either team, not one or the other tonight necessarily, come out on the field 10 to 15 yards and not finally throw a flag? Lake Belton, every play, has 3 to 4 coaches out 10 yards on the field. And then they back off right before the play begins. 3rd and 10. Empty backfield. Snap back, McDougal, quick pass, screen, hit immediately and take it down for a loss. And there again, we talk about they're throwing the same screen passes, and there comes in flags galore on the far side. It's after the play. Hopefully Georgetown can keep control of themselves.
Once again, though, if this is Lake Belton, they're going to bail out Georgetown again, and I'm not sure who they're going to hit here because there was some more jawing from both sides. But if this is on Lake Belton, that is just a crushing penalty.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on Lake Belton.
Both.
And on Georgetown, so those will offset. And Georgetown will have to punt it away. And the thing we talk about, we've been lucky throughout this year. A couple of underclassmen for Georgetown get a little hyped up and get involved in that. And that right there, a costly one. Georgetown backs away and stays in control. They have another first down. So 10:52 remaining in the ball game, and Georgetown is going to have to punt it away.
This is the first time that Lake Belton has scored a touchdown and then stopped Georgetown from scoring a touchdown.
Returner stands back on his own 40. Westfall, good punt. It'll be fielded at about the 35. Fakes left and then gets hit. Breaks the tackle. Comes
Blocking
back
the
near
back.
side. No flag. He gets bottled up again and finally taken down. The ball's out. Georgetown fell on it. Now they're going to call him down.
Blocking the back, they didn't call.
So the Broncos keep possession. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Eastview is trying to come back in the fourth quarter. They're only down 3 now, 24-21.
Wow, what a game. I called that after the loss that Eastview's schedule was not totally easy because they had an angry Rouse Raider team coming to Bronco backfield. And what a game is going on there tonight with the Raiders and the Patriots. 3 receivers right, 1 left. James in the backfield. Snap back, hands it to Alexander, but nope. There's another penalty before the snap. It's going to be another false start on the Broncos.
I think everybody moved and the center didn't snap the ball. Something looked discombobulated immediately there.
So for a third possession out of 4, they start or have a drive with a first down and 15.
That is the
after a false start.
20 penalties now in the game. 12 for Lake Belton, 8 for Georgetown. And
Jeez.
I just think it's funny at the start of the game, the referee said, we don't want to call penalties today. 20 of them.
He did say it. It was live on the broadcast.
It was a lie. It was all a lie.
1st and 15, snap back. James being pressured up the middle. A hold, no call, but there's going to be another sack for the Georgetown Eagles.
Dean. Tennyson Dean, first one to him.
Looks like somebody might be down there.
The offensive lineman for the Broncos down on the field. 10-10, the clock still runs. And now it comes to a stop, and we'll take the timeout with them. Eagle football continues in a moment.
Holden's first half stats, the third quarter, and post-game wrap-up are brought to you by Graham & Sons Land and Cattle. Graham & Sons is a cow-calf operation here in Central Texas, growing calves, cotton, corn, and wheat for commercial customers. Austin Graham and his team of crazy cowboys and cowgirls produce some of the best-tasting meat the First Responder Broadcasting team has ever eaten. Thank you, Graham & Sons, for your support of our broadcast of Georgetown Eagle football. Instant replays are brought to you by J. Byron Custom Homes. J. Byron Custom Homes is an established home builder that is expanding into more areas of Central Texas, including Georgetown, Cedar Park, Leander, Marble Falls, and more. Whether it's a new custom home or a remodel of an existing home, J. Byron can meet and exceed your expectations. With over 50 years of building experience, J. Byron Homes will work hard to see that you have the house you want to call home. J. Byron Custom Homes, exceptional craftsmanship with a personal touch. For more information, visit our website at jbyronhomes.com.
First Downs are sponsored by Morrow from Morrow. Longtime supporter of our broadcast, Matt Morrow and his team are dedicated to providing the best mortgage experience possible. They do that by offering easy-to-use mortgage tools, including a handy mobile app, competitive rates, and assistance from experienced loan officers. Matt's loan officers understand local markets, have access to a wide variety of loan programs, and are ready to guide you through the process. Your family, your future, our focus. For your mortgage needs, remember Matt Morrow, Borrow from Morrow. For more information, visit borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS number 464148.
Isaiah Fulk, the junior right tackle, comes off. Hopefully he'll be all right for the Broncos. And now it is 2nd and 15 for the Broncos. Longer than that. 2nd and really long. Handed off. Nope, kept. And running to the left side. Davion Peters. And he'll run out of bounds right about the 40.
Davion Peters with the carry for the Broncos. Gets across the 45 to 46-yard line.
And he picks it all back up on one play. Nope, they're going to give him the first down. They kept moving forward. They're going to give him a first down.
He was 2 yards short.
He ran out of bounds at about the 45. Wow, what a run there on the direct snap to Davion Peters. So Georgetown, I think, has not paid attention to who's in the backfield soon enough when they keep switching players in and out. And Josiah James. And now another whistle by this referee.
They started the clock prematurely on an out-of-bounds play.
So another discussion, and the referee. Keeps looking at the scoreboard. 9:53 is what they put back on the clock. So it's 1st and 10 for the Broncos from their own 47-yard line. Handed to Dupree right up the middle, up to midfield, and he'll fall forward to the Georgetown 49-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4. Bring up 2nd and 6 now for the Broncos. The clock runs under 9:45 remaining in the ball game.
I'm not a big fan of defensive timeouts, but this might be a time to call a timeout and get this defense's heart right. Just discuss what they want to do.
I think at this point in the ball game, Georgetown's defense at least has to make Lake Belton earn every play like they made Rouse and just take so much clock out of the ball game, they don't have enough time to get another possession.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Snap back to James. Hands it off. Alexander bottled up right at the line of scrimmage. Nope, driven back to the 50-yard line. That'll be a loss of 1. And that'll bring up 3rd and 7 now as the clock will tick under 9 minutes remaining in the ball game.
Yeah, Tennyson Dean's jersey is going to look like Earl Campbell's jersey.
The Broncos back up. They take their time, and that's the thing we're talking about, gentlemen. You talk about the time.
Yep.
Rouse never really got to a speed up, and the Belton Broncos are not doing it either. They're down 15 with 8:45 left, the clock running. 3rd and 7 at midfield. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Now Harness in motion left. Snap back to James, makes the handoff, looking right. Throws it out right. The catch, no good. As Davion Peters lays out, but he was about 3 yards short of that one. And that'll bring up 4th and 7 for the Broncos with 8:26 remaining in the ball game.
There is a penalty down. I don't know if it was, they didn't throw it very far. I don't know if it just fell out or what.
I think he's just picking it back
illegal up, illegal man downfield on the offensive line. Georgetown's got to decline that and make it 4th and 7 from midfield.
There's an illegal man downfield ball against the Broncos. Penalty is declined. 4th down.
So a big 4th down here with 8:26 remaining in the ball game.
Huge.
It's huge.
Huge.
Look for Georgetown to once again send a pressure look. They've had some success getting to the quarterback when they send a lot of guys, but you've got to, the man coverage on the back end has to hold up long enough for that blitz to get home.
2 receivers wide right, 1 receiver wide left. Josiah James with Armstrong in the backfield. Harrington, Alexander, pressure coming. James hangs one up near side, and the catch is bobbled. No way. Oh,
there's no shot.
Wow.
He did not have control of that pass. He was clearly bobbling it still before he was able to get a foot in bounds there.
Wow.
That is a heck of a call to go Lake Belton's way.
Wow. 1st and 10 at the Georgetown 25. 3 receivers left. Snap back, handed to Alexander. Cuts back to the left. He's hit. Gavin Smith, Tennyson Dean bring him down. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. They're going to mark him at the 24-yard line. 2nd and 9 now for the Broncos. Under 8 minutes remaining in the ballgame. Now they move it forward to the 23. 2nd and 8.
I'm just still blown away that back judge was right there looking at that, and he's bobbling it after he got out of bounds. Unbelievable.
Josiah James steps forward, changes the play. Alexander to his left. Another false start on Harness, no call. Pressure being applied. James on the run, throws, and it's incomplete. Good coverage there.
It's a late flag by the referee and a flag in the end zone by the back judge.
So 2 flags on the play. Personal foul. And he changes his call now. He'll go and talk to someone to see what he called.
That back judge is moseying up from the end zone.
Maybe offsetting penalties here.
Georgetown seems convinced at least one of them is going against Lake Belton.
Roughing the passer on Georgetown. Personal foul on Lake Belton. The penalty's offset. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Offsetting personal fouls on the play. We will redo 2nd down.
And the referee coming over to get his flag.
Coach tossing his flag to him, making friends.
I think you mistakenly dropped this. 2nd and 8 from the 23 of Georgetown.
I don't know how. It's Velcroed in his pocket.
3 receivers left, 1 right. Luke Phillips, the sophomore, is the lone receiver right, covered by Jihad. Alexander to the left of Josiah James in the backfield. Snap back, James looking right, gonna throw it up. Battle in the end zone, but it's way out of bounds. Uncatchable, no flag called. It'll bring up 3rd and 8. Good defense by Jihad. And the pass was about 5 yards out of bounds here on the near sideline. So a big 3rd down again here for both teams.
Yeah, and again, it's going to be 4-down territory. You know that. They've got to have a touchdown.
Yeah, Tyler Laniger's laying on the ground. Big number 62 just lands on top of him, just flying leap on top of him.
He's also got his shoulder pad uncovered because his jersey's been tugged on. He was looking for a flag on the way out.
Yeah, he was face down on the ground, and 62 just landed on him.
3rd and 8 from the 23. 7:23 remaining in the ball game. Josiah James, a clap of the hand, snap back, fake the handoff, pass out, right side, wide open. Davion Peters, touchdown, Lake Belton. How he got in between 5 defenders, I'm not sure, but it's a touchdown for Lake Belton.
24 yards. Touchdown, Broncos.
Turned it back into a ball game.
42-33, 9-point lead for Georgetown. Lassick to attempt the extra point. This is a big one here. If he makes it, it's an 8-point, 1-possession ball game. Georgetown can get a block. It keeps it a 2-possession game. Snap back, high snap. Can't get it out. Blocked! Blocked! Georgetown's A.J. Stevenson blocks it. The Eagles, the ball's loose. But that doesn't matter. It's in, no good, and a huge block.
Blocked. 7:15 left to go in the ball game. Georgetown, the 42.
So the lead stays 9. It's a 2-possession ball game with 7:15 remaining. Eagle football will continue after this.
Insurance, financial, and HR services are more valuable when they consider your specific needs. That's why Higginbotham Insurance Brokers works hard to understand your priorities so we can get you covered on day one and provide year-round value. From risk management and claims advocacy to benefit plan design and administration, the specialists of Higginbotham are here to turn your uncertainties into possibilities. Contact Jay Hubenak at 737-245-1303 or visit the website at higginbotham.com.
Back live here at Tiger Field, but I tell you what, boys, special teams again, 2 blocked extra points, and how big is that when you lead by 9 with 7:15 remaining? So now it's going to be time for this Georgetown offense. If they can take some time off the clock and put one in the end zone and get some more separation to put the pressure on Lake Belton. Look for an onside kick here.
Yeah, I was going to say Georgetown's definitely bringing in their hands team.
Back deep. Can't see who the number is with the crunched up jersey. Looks like number 27, Weston Stewart.
Yeah.
The lone receiver back, but the lefty Lasik looking like he's going to kick onside. We saw it last week. And instead he kicks it far, but he kicks it straight out of bounds.
He's not happy with himself.
I'm not sure that was what he intended to do.
Not at all, because now Georgetown's going to have pretty good field position to start this drive.
Georgetown will not make them kick it again and give them another opportunity. So Georgetown should get it at the 35 or 40-yard line. As that one just went directly out of bounds on the fly.
Now they got to figure out where the ball's supposed to go.
Yeah.
Heath believes this is the drive of the game.
Yeah, Georgetown's offense can sit here and take some time off the clock and put it in the end zone. I think it kind of puts the nail in the coffin for the Broncos. If Georgetown can't and Georgetown gives the ball back over to Belton, it's going to be interesting to watch what this Belton Bronco team can do down 9. They'll have to score twice.
Yep.
But you put it in the end zone one more time, you make it a 2-possession ball game or a 3-possession ball game. So Georgetown's going to take over at their own 36-yard line. So here comes the Georgetown offense. Stewart and Guyton will be in the backfield with McDougal. 2 receivers wide left in Madre and Xavier Warren.
These 2 young running backs have done a good job, but they are not Jet Walker, so we'll see if they stick with the running game.
Number 8's covering both X and Madre.
And it's a Stewart coming left. He gets a block, cuts it out, 45, 45, 50. Breaks the tackle, stays in bounds up to the 45 and tackled into Bronco territory at the 44-yard line. What a run by Weston Stewart. Uses that speed, got another big block by Zach Guyton.
They're not Jet Walker, but they're okay. Yeah, Zach Guyton got a really good block out there, and that's why that play was so successful.
And Madre and X out there blocking.
Stewart comes off. Gus Papaconstantino on. Zach Guyton will be in the backfield with McDougal. The Eagles taking their time here on the play clock. They'll break the little mini huddle with 10 seconds left on the play clock. 2 receivers wide right. McDougal will take the snap with 1 second remaining. Hand it to Guyton, right side. Has some blockers and gets taken down on an ankle tackle made by Gavin Stewart as he flexes his muscles. It's a loss of 1, back to the 45, 2nd and 11. But the clock continues to run under 6:15 remaining in the ball game.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say tick, tick, tick.
I'm definitely not saying anything after what I said earlier.
Kind of weird to see Jet Walker down here on the left side, away from the team with his helmet on, not in the game. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Westfall in motion. Snap back, handed to Guyton, right side, gets a block, cuts it up the field, and he's off to the races. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Georgetown! Zach Guyton hauls Braxton Cope into the end zone for the Georgetown touchdown. 5:33 remaining in the ball game, and that may have sewed it up as this makes it a 15-point ball game. Georgetown's going to go for 2. They want to make it a 3-possession ball game.
Yep. What's Coach doing?
Is he going to call timeout?
Gonna have to.
He's trying to tell the referee where he wants the ball spotted. They get to pick. He wants it on the left side hash mark, and now they start the play clock. 25 seconds, and it's running. So Georgetown will go for 2 from the near side hash mark. That's what Coach is trying to signal with the umpire here on the sideline. He wants it on the near side hash mark. McDougal has 3 receivers right now. Westfall in motion. Snap to McDougal. And there's an offsides on the defense, number 94. Oh, Big Tasty got shoved down by number 94 coming through the line. He gets up and an emphatic point towards the penalty on Caleb Chandler.
That was funny.
Oh, Big Tasty. And now the big package, Herman and Papa Constantino in, along with Xavier Flemons. Hennessy will come out along with Westfall and Xavier Warren. So you'll bring in the power package here on a 2-point attempt from about the 1.5-yard line. The difference here keeps it a 15-point lead. If they don't get it, it makes it 17 in a 3-possession ball game if they get the 2-point conversion. McDougal turns, hands it Guyton right up the middle. 2-point conversion is good. 50-33. Georgetown leads by 17 with 5:33 remaining in the ball game. Georgetown Eagle football continues in a moment.
Instant replays are brought to you by J. Byron Custom Homes. J. Byron Custom Homes is an established home builder that is expanding into more areas of Central Texas, including Georgetown, Cedar Park, Leander, Marble Falls, and more. Whether it's a new custom home or a remodel of an existing home, J. Byron can meet and exceed your expectations. With over 50 years of building experience, J. Byron Homes will work hard to see that you have the house you want to call home. J. Byron Custom Homes, exceptional craftsmanship with a personal touch. For more information, visit our website at jbyronhomes.com.
Back live at Lake Belton, Tiger Field. Georgetown puts a exclamation point on this one. It looks like 50-33 with 5.5 minutes remaining. A 3-possession lead. Holden, the Georgetown drive summary. We don't want to know about it because your program crashed. So hopefully you get that fixed. But what a drive and what a run by Zach Guyton, the sophomore. And now Liam Capper will kick off the Syntex shirt and embroidery kickoff. And as a flag comes in, but I think Coach Griffin took a timeout just before the kickoff, and he did. So, should be no time off the clock, but it will be.
Give some scores real quick. Cedar Park has defeated Leander 46-7. Leander Rouse and Eastview are final 24-21 Rouse.
So now, as it stands right now, Cedar Park alone in second place in district. If Georgetown hangs on and wins, it'll be Georgetown in first, Cedar Park in second, and then a crowd at third. Actually, it'll be Eastview by themselves in third place and a crowd at fourth place. With the Rouse winning that one, they'll go to 3-3 in district. And if Belton loses this one, they'll drop to 3-3. So the battle will be for fourth place and the fourth playoff spot in the district, with Georgetown and Cedar Park playing for either a single title or a shared district title next week back home at Birkelback Field.
Again, folks, if Georgetown can hang on and win this ball game, they clinch a home playoff game in the first round of the playoffs and at least a share of the district title.
And you would assume that game will be on the 14th at Birkelback Field, maybe on the 13th at Birkelback Field. That'll be picked with the coaches depending on what happens and who they play. But it could be on Thursday or Friday night at Birkelback Field. So that'll be nice to have another home game for the Eagles. 5.5 minutes remaining. Now Georgetown, after their first time out of the second half, will kick it away. To the Broncos with a 17-point lead. Liam Capra will kick it off. This one high and to the far side, fielded at the 21-yard line. Coming towards the middle of the field. Braxton Cope gets a block, cuts back. 35, 40, 45, and he'll be tackled right at midfield.
43, Braxton Cope with the return for the Broncos, gets out to midfield.
So a nice return there by Braxton Cope. 5 minutes, 21 seconds remaining. 50-33, Georgetown leads it by 17.
You're going to see some tempo now by the Lake Belton Broncos. They have to score and score quick.
So you probably, if you're a DB, you're going to be watching those edges to try and keep those guys from going out of bounds, right?
You're going to try to keep everybody in bounds that you can. But you expect a lot of runs towards the sidelines and a lot of passes on outs unless they have the deep shot for the touchdown. So Josiah James. Dupree off to his left side. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Near side hash mark from midfield, 1st and 10. Harness in motion to the left side. Snap back to James. Swing pass, Harness left side. Caught up past the 50, 45, 40, 35, cuts back, and he'll be taken down at the 30-yard line. A generous spot. Spots him where he stopped sliding.
It's brought down at the 28-yard line. First down.
Wow.
Broncos get it.
Tackled at the 30 and slid forward to the 28. That's where they'll mark him. 1st and 10. The changers are set. The clock should start, and there it goes. 5:10 remaining. Keep him in bounds and keep the clock moving. Snap back. James looks right. Now we'll throw it up towards the near side. Harness makes the catch, and he'll be taken out of bounds inside the 5.
Lake Belton refusing to go away here.
That's where these big receivers, boy, they are putting on a show. Catch made at the 5. It's 1st and goal for the Broncos. Clock stops as he goes out of bounds. So the Broncos will have a chance here to set up a play. On 1st and goal, Georgetown would love to make a goal line stand here, even if it made you take 3 or 4 plays to punch it in, just to eat the clock. Davion Peters in the backfield for the direct snap. He'll hand it to Dupree. Nope, Peters keeps it, and he'll be stopped inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up 2nd and goal. Clock continues to run. 4:40.
All of these ball carriers for Lake Belton are really difficult to bring down.
And Lake Belton wasting their own time here. Davion Peters walked back to the quarterback and then tossed it to the referee, who had to toss it to the umpire. Now down under 4:20. 2nd and goal. Rosenbaum in at quarterback. Snap back, hands it to Dupree. Left side, hit. Breaks the tackle, now dropped at the 4-yard line. No, they mark him back at the 5-yard line. A loss of 1. 3rd and goal from the 5. Under 4 minutes remaining, and in no hurry.
Yeah, that's amazing. And some of these defenders have their hands on their hips. You know they're getting tired. They've had to be on the field a whole lot, but you just got to suck it up right now and try to put a stop to this drive. Easy for me to say.
3:40 left. The Broncos in a semi-huddle. Now they break it. 3:35. Josiah James in the backfield. Harness in motion left. Josiah James gets a snap, roll out, pass in the flat, catch made, wide open. Harness for the touchdown. Lake Belton. 3:24 remaining, but Georgetown did what they did. They ate up almost 2 minutes on the 1st and goal till the score of the touchdown. So the Broncos will bring out Lassick to attempt the extra point to make it a 10-point ball game. Adrian Provo, kick block special, extra point block specialist. Snap is back, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 3:24 remaining here in the ball game. 50-40, Georgetown leads by 10. Eagle football continues in a moment.
For an old-fashioned dining experience, visit Goldberger Diner on the square in Georgetown. When you walk into this 50-style diner, you'll be greeted with a smile and treated like family. Enjoy breakfast served anytime, or come for lunch or dinner and enjoy a great burger, chicken fried steak, old-fashioned liver and onions, or any of the great tasting food on our menu. Goldberger Diner is located at 109 West 7th Street in downtown Georgetown. Goldberger Diner, serving great food to great people.
Back live at Tiger Field. The Broncos score the touchdown, get the extra point, cut it down to a 10-point deficit, 50-40. Now Georgetown will send their hands team back on as Weston Stewart drops back as the lone deep man for the Eagles.
This has been an offensive struggle because there hadn't been much D.
Now Lassick to tee it up. You expect the onside kick again, as it's still a 2-possession ball game.
Hopefully Tennyson Dean can go up really high and catch it before it goes out of bounds.
Georgians have had enough. They're out of here. Chopper in the middle, fielded by the Eagles, and they fall on it at the 42 or 43-yard line.
Westfall.
So Braylon Westfall recovers it. No, number 13, Malachi Miller.
And the home clock ran off 5 seconds.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It looked like Westfall. Oh.
May have been one of the two.
Yeah.
The Eagles have it, 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line. So Georgetown's offense will come out.
They had some success running the ball. Obviously, the big explosive touchdown run. Weston Stewart had a first down run on the first play of that last drive. So even with Walker not in the backfield right now, these other two running backs have picked up the slack.
Time for the Buffet Killers to earn their keep.
Weston Stewart on the right side of McDougal. Zach Guyton on the left side. Far side hash mark, 1st and 10 at the 43. Xavier Warren in motion to the left. Stewart fake the handoff, gets the handoff, comes left side, has the seam, 50, 45, 40, stays in bound all the way down to the Bronco 35-yard line. There's that speed. Another Morrow for Morrow first down on a big run by Weston Stewart.
And now you slow things down, right, guys?
Boy, we see these young running backs, and the future is bright at the running back position for Georgetown.
You know, it's great.
Weston Stewart, just a junior. Zach Guyton, a sophomore.
Stewart, really smart. You know, as soon as he knew he was going to be tackled, got both hands around that ball to make sure he knows he's Belton. Lake Belton Broncos will go after that ball. They need a turnover, so he really did a great job of protecting the ball.
1st and 10 at the 35 of the Broncos. 2:45 as the clock continues to run. McDougal, a clap of the hands. We'll hand it to Guyton this side. Right time, cuts back, 30, 25, and then he'll be tackled at about the 25-yard line. That should be enough for a Morrow first down.
Jason Sherman with a pretty much a touchdown-saving tackle there for the Broncos.
Coach Brian Cope will take his first time out of the second half with 2:16 remaining, and we'll take it with him. Georgetown leads at 50-40. Eagle football continues in a moment.
Instant replays are brought to you by J. Byron Custom Homes. J. Byron Custom Homes is an established home builder that is expanding into more areas of Central Texas, including Georgetown, Cedar Park, Leander, Marble Falls, and more. Whether it's a new custom home or a remodel of an existing home, J. Byron can meet and exceed your expectations. With over 50 years of building experience, J. Byron Homes will work hard to see that you have the house you want to call home. J. Byron Custom Homes, exceptional craftsmanship with a personal touch. For more information, visit our website at jbyronhomes.com.
Tiger Field, 2:26 remaining in the ball game. They put 11 seconds back on. Georgetown has it 1st and 10 at the 25 of the Broncos. One receiver left, one right. Running backs on either side of McDougal. Now Ward in motion to the right side. Snap back, hand it to Weston Stewart. Stumbles, cuts back inside the 25, down to the 24. That'll be a gain of 1, bring up 2nd and 9. And Coach Cope will take a second timeout. 2:20 remaining. So their second timeout taken. We'll take another one. Eagle football continues in a moment. Stay with us.
First Downs are sponsored by Morrow from Morrow. Longtime supporter of our broadcast, Matt Morrow and his team are dedicated to providing the best mortgage experience possible. They do that by offering easy-to-use mortgage tools, including a handy mobile app, competitive rates, and assistance from experienced loan officers. Match loan officers understand local markets, have access to a wide variety of loan programs, and are ready to guide you through the process. Your family, your future, our focus. For your mortgage needs, remember Matt Morrow, Borrow from Morrow. For more information, visit borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS number 464148.
Back live at Tiger Field here at Belton ISD. 16 Mile Angels presents the Ultimate Game Day. Join us for an unforgettable day of friendly competition, community spirit, and GHS baseball legacy as 16 Mile Angels presents the Ultimate Game Day. Reunion Ranch, November 9th, 5 to 8 p.m. The screen shows the QR code. Go visit 16 Mile Angels Facebook page. You'll see all the information. Snap back. Handed to Guyton, right side. Splits defenders up past the 20 before he gets stacked up. He'll be stopped just about the 21-yard line. And Coach Cope will take his third and final timeout with 2:14 remaining in the ball game. We'll keep it here. You want to talk about it? Oh, y'all want to talk? Yeah, maybe go. I'll unmute
there
you.
We go.
I got a good call in there without y'all. Tell you what, that was a good handoff and a call. The Eagles, I tell you what, when you have to have it, Zach Guyton, Weston Stewart showing out tonight, doing some great job on the runs. But now, how key is this? You have a third and about 6. They are out of timeouts except for the 2-minute timeout. How big is the first down here to run it out?
Go ahead.
I'm saying I'm throwing this ball regardless because you know the clock's going to stop anyway. So the difference there is maybe 10 seconds. I'm throwing this ball to try to pick up a first down with that. And even if I don't, if I get a 4th and 2, I'm going for it. I'm going to seal the deal. I'm going for the win because I think this is probably field goal range regardless. Now, that would only make it 13. So then it's still a 2-possession game, but then 2 touchdowns are needed.
What I'd like to see is like that last play. I'd like to see Caleb keep that ball and go off to the left because he has not kept it.
Yes. I've
only
been
one run
that
tonight.
Too. Yeah.
For McDougal. So, Stewart on the right side of McDougal, Guyton on the left side. Madre to the left end of the line, Warren to the right side, split wide. Now Warren in motion.
Showing pressure.
3rd and 5. Handed to Stewart, left side, follows his blocker, gets outside, cuts it up 20, inside the 15, and that's enough for a Borrow from Morrow first down. The clock will stop one more time at the 2-minute timeout. We'll take that timeout with them. Then Georgetown can nil this one out for the ball game. 50-40. Georgetown leads it by 10. 2 minutes remaining of the ball game. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
Insurance, financial, and HR services are more valuable when they consider your specific needs. That's why Higginbotham Insurance Brokers works hard to understand your priorities so we can get you covered on day one and provide year-round value. From risk management and claims advocacy to benefit plan design and administration, the specialists of Higginbotham are here to turn your uncertainties into possibilities. Contact Jay Hubenak at 737-245-1303 or visit the website at higginbotham.com.
Back at Tiger Field we go. It's 1st and 10 for the Eagles inside the Graham & Sons Landon Cattle red zone. Down at the 14-yard line. They have it 1st and 9 at the 9.
Gonna kneel it.
McDougal will take the snap.
Got trick-or-treating going on up there?
None of your business.
Takes it as he.
You got candy up there? What's going on?
Oh, trick-or-treat action in the stands.
I like it.
Oh, Jory Erickson bringing the candy bag by.
It's okay. I didn't. I'm good. I'm all right.
We told him you were.
Yeah.
Dave said no. Dave said no. The Eagles will let the clock tick off here. 15 seconds left on the down clock. Minute 27. The clock continues to run here Second down. McDougal take a knee.
He didn't actually kneel there. They kind of blew the whistle prematurely.
The problem is, the longer you stand back there, the more this is going to get heated. And the referee's trying to, hey, your intention was to go down, I'm going to blow you down. And so, under a minute left here in the ball game, you don't want something to fire off here at the end of the ball game.
Yeah,
Tensions have been high all night long.
I think Coach Griffin's out on the field telling him, put your knee on the ground, young man.
So the Eagles back all the way to the 22-yard line. They will snap it one more time and run this one out. McDougal back, quickly goes to a knee this time, and the ball game will be coming to an end. 50-40, Georgetown wins it. Georgetown will improve to 8-1 on the year. And they will stay undefeated in district play. They will be 6-0. And next week, that sets up a battle with the Cedar Park Timberwolves back home at Bronco Field. For Georgetown, a chance to win an undisputed solo district championship at home against the Timberwolves of Cedar Park. Quick timeout. We'll be back to close it up. Georgetown football continues in a moment.
Struggling with addiction or know someone who is? There's light at the end of the tunnel, and it shines bright at the Oak Ridge Disciple House. As a 501c3 Christian ministry, they are dedicated to helping men aged 18 and older rebuild their lives free from the chains of drug and alcohol addiction. Be reminded, there's always hope, always a new beginning. Discover your fresh start with the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Proud supporters of Georgetown Eagle football, because just like the Eagles, the fight at Oak Ridge never dies. Find out more at oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
For an old-fashioned dining experience, visit Goldberger Diner on the square in Georgetown. When you walk into this 50-style diner, you'll be greeted with a smile and treated like family. Enjoy breakfast served anytime, or come for lunch or dinner and enjoy a great burger, chicken fried steak, old-fashioned liver and onions, or any of the great tasting food on our menu. Goldberger Diner is located at 109 West 7th Street in downtown Georgetown. Goldberger Diner, serving great food to great people.
Back here at Tiger Field, Georgetown victorious 50-40 over the Lake Belton Broncos to set up a match with the Cedar Park Timberwolves next week at Bronco Field.
Coach, wow, go on the road, very good. Both programs are very, very good. They're fighting hard for playoff, and stuff like that. Talk to us about this ball game tonight.
It's kind of a track meet, man, but proud of our kids, and kind of died slow there at the end, just hung on and did a good job executing down the stretch, and man, it's good stuff, man. I'm glad those guys are going to 6A.
Yes, sir. It's got some laughs from upstairs in the booth. So, great game. Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
I think a lot of people are glad Lake Belton's going to 6A. It's a good program. They've done a great job here in just their few short years of varsity competition. But a big night for Georgetown, a big win. And like we've talked to Coach all year, Kelly, we talk about this. This team has learned to win in many ways, from get a big lead and hold on against a good Rouse team to get an early lead and run away with it, to here slugging it out with a good team that's just had some tough losses. You look at Lake Belton, they are 3-3 in district, and they've lost to Eastview, Georgetown, and Cedar Park. Three tough teams.
Really tough, and now the district standings are really making their way. Top two seeds are pretty much locked in, depending on what happens next week. That'll decide 1 and 2, but the third and fourth spots in district are still open.
The interesting thing is, if Georgetown beats Cedar Park and Eastview beats Leander, Eastview is the 2 seed because they'll have the tiebreaker over Cedar Park. So Eastview at this time is actually in a battle for third and to try to keep their head above water to stay out of fourth place. That could end up as high as second place. So you could see a Georgetown win and an Eastview win next week, and it'd be Georgetown ISD finishing 1-2 in the standings for District 8. And so what a big win for this Georgetown High School Eagle team tonight. A big gritty win against a good Lake Belton Bronco team who is now going to fight for a playoff spot with the Rouse Raiders.
All right.
Yeah, we knew coming into today Lake Belton was going to give Georgetown everything they could handle because they know that they're still fighting for their playoff spot like we've been talking about. I mean, what energy we saw from Lake Belton, and, I mean, they played an outstanding game of football. Georgetown was just a little bit better in those critical moments, and it reflected on the scoreboard.
Georgetown wins it 50-40. Dave, your final thoughts?
I'm just super excited to get out of here with a win. A very, very good Lake Belton team. So hats off to Eagle Fight Never Dies.
Dave just wants us to shut it down so he can go hunting.
Yeah.
Kelly, your final thoughts?
It's a good win. You hope the defense can get a little better before we face Cedar Park next week, but everything they've wanted at the beginning of the season is ahead of these Eagles, and next week it's time to lock up that district title.
Holden?
I mean, I don't even know what more can be said about this game. Offense on point. Defense had moments where they struggle as well. Still, there's always something to work on, always something to strive to be better at. And this game, I think, is going to have a lot of reflection moments going into that big week next week against Cedar Park.
One thing I can say, boys, is it's a good day to be an Eagle. The Georgetown Lady Eagle volleyball team advances to the area round of the UIL playoffs with a 3-set sweep over Ann Richards of Austin to advance to take on an unknown opponent this time. We don't have the team that they're going to play, but most likely Tuesday night in Brenham. But then the Georgetown Eagles win at least a share of a district title in football as well. The band competes tomorrow, 3:45 at the field. Go support them in the UIL area round competition of the marching competition. And man, next week back home at Burkle Backfield for a shot at the district title for Georgetown by themselves. Georgetown wins it 50-40 over the Lake Belton Broncos here at Belton High School. For Kelly, for Holden, for Doppler Dave, and for our two awesome videographers, Jolissa, who's nice and warm up here in the booth, and Heath down on the field. Thanks for joining us live here tonight at Tiger Field. Remember, it doesn't cost you a dime to be kind. Have a good weekend, everybody.